So, last time on Survivor Craft, the party had heard tale of a few different civilizations around. Budgie had visited one on an island and came back to Duskvale. Word spread, and there was interest in finding more. I believe Fang also visited that same civilization at a different point in time. Actually, a
What?
couple of you have, if I recall correctly.
I have no idea.
I think I ran
Well,
two different sessions on that island, and it had two different groups of people there, so it's just slipping my mind. But
Valtteri has been to several places.
yeah,
The Leviathan?
no, this is Evolution Island, the monkeys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
No, you weren't, but I believe Fang. How do you pronounce your name?
Sono.
Sonomiya, and Budgie had all been there, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, it was
And you
very
did not.
short.
Tale has been found or heard of an ancient civilization underwater. You all have arranged for Voltor to give you enchanted mouthpieces, for lack of a better term, to allow for breathing underwater for those who need it. That's why we start in Starfolder's Tavern. The world is yours.
Awesome. That's the wrong words. Personally, I don't see why we need to use these mouthpieces. I have these glass bulbs that give us an hour of water breathing. I mean, do we need more than that? I can breathe up. So, you know,
Well, I think that comes down to just you. Some of us need air.
I breathe air still, but I'm underwater and I like inhale the air that is infused into the water. I inhale. I can breathe. I am also a pretty good
Sure.
swimmer, if I do say so myself.
Well, I
You.
will say I can use some magic. We can all have water breathing,
Cool.
but I can only do it once a day.
Mm.
You can only breathe water once a day.
Hmm.
I mean, no, I know some people that can breathe it once a lifetime.
So, no, uh, person to the, aisles, this fairy individual, but he's gonna bug out. Have I met you before? As he'll go over to, I don't know, to John, Riz,
Yeah, right. Sorry.
yeah.
I should highlight which one of those is which, but I'll say, yeah, underwater breathing is a challenge. In fairness, I mean, if you're all hoping to rely on magic down there, that's great. But as is, I'm gonna stick with the more reliable physical tools. I mean, if you don't want yours, I'm happy to have backups.
And what? Oh, carry on.
I don't know this. I don't think I've ever met this person. So hello.
Well,
No, you haven't. I'm
mm,
Raze.
oh, okay.
Nice to meet you all. You're planning some kind of underwater expedition, as I understand it, yes?
I mean,
Yes, dark
we
shadowy figure in the corner. What do
What?
you look like?
Go ahead and
Oh
describe your
no.
character
Why am
for
I
us.
in these dark shadow corners? Okay. I I look around. Wow, it's dark out here. I step into the light. I'm right. So you see Ray stumbles out of the unexpected curtain of shadow. They are a fallen Asimar, so they're like dark gray kind of skin, like unnaturally so, sort of uh stained yet darker with like patches of dust and like what looks like charcoal that they haven't bothered to wash off, and you see they're wearing like a sort of like brown leather like overalls and carry on their back a shovel and a pickaxe like crossed over each side, and uh
Are you big and
yeah
blocky too?
yeah, they're not the tallest. They're like 5'6", and they've got these like big tools on their back, which weighs them down further, and uh bright yellow eyes are kind of the only splash of color on their entire complexion. And uh yeah, they step forward and introduce themselves to you guys, and it's all good. Yeah.
I'm assuming you see just a straight up penguin, a fairy, and an axolotl,
Nice crew you've
and
got going.
and
What
a
are they?
lady. No,
Feel free to
side or
put yourselves on
finish.
the canvas, by the way.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And what about the other new face here? I don't know your name. Um, you, Sona. Who who are you?
I'm just Sona. Nothing more, nothing else.
Wow, that's cryptic and edgy, and I love it.
No.
Would you care to, I don't know, do us all the favor of elaborating?
I'm not that much of a role player yet.
You're gonna hate my sessions.
Sorry.
We'll learn
What
as
I
we
can
go.
elaborate is I can do magic, I can do fire, and maybe a bit of ice.
Well, well, would you also care to come out of the undescriptive shadows so we can see what you look like?
I'm sitting on the table.
Yeah, right here.
Because I'm
Come
just
out
that
of the
small.
come out of the undescript shadow.
Comes up
You've
from
got to
underneath
mind
the
those.
table.
They're very
I
pervasive.
was sitting on the chair, but I'm so small that I just slowly climb up the table and just plop myself down in front of the plate.
Go ahead and
Better?
describe what you look like to the best of your ability, please.
I have ocean blue wings, which are resembling a butterfly's, red boots, and autumn leafed scarves made of leaves. I haven't probably thought of what the character looks like yet.
I mean, yeah, you've got your little model there.
Yeah.
And you said your name was Sona? Is that it?
Oh no. Yes.
Sona?
Or you can call me Mia if that's easier.
I mean, I,
Oh no, here it goes.
to introduce myself to the both of you, I am Vatri.
You cut off.
He just gets farther away from the microphone. He just walks out of the tavern slowly. You can't hear
Oh
him
my
anymore.
god.
He just shrinks each time he says his name. It's probably because my bad mic not being able to pick it up. So you've all been blessed today.
Yeah, Vothri
Wow.
took an axe to his computer, so he is trying
No,
his
it's
best.
currently at the new computer, but at the new apartment. But I don't officially move in until Monday.
Oh, that's right. You're moving like an idiot, playing D&D and me at the same time.
Oh, heavy.
Yeah.
All order.
Well, I didn't expect to be moving in on the 9th, or like moving all my shit on the 9th. Because I set up this session before I was like decided the
Yeah, you
dates.
set this up like a month ago.
Yeah. You know, hindsight is 2020.
Mm-hmm. All right. At this point, Voltor and Rose stop their side conversation and acknowledge all of your presences.
Has
So,
Volter put a ring on that finger yet?
I mean, you can ask.
So, have you two gotten any more development in your relationship?
I can't hear you at all.
So, have the two of you relationship? Does it keep cutting me out like
Yeah,
that?
it keeps
Well,
like you
it
start
does.
and then you just slowly die off.
Yeah, it's like going all the way back.
It's legit like you're starting starting a sentence and then you're running away from your microphone.
Yeah.
But I am not. I am just sitting here talking. And what you... So, my friends, Voltor and the other one, uh, have the two of you
Huey, Dewey, the blue one.
have the two of you gotten any more developments in your relationship? You two seem to be very close, you know. I am curious.
This is Rose speaking. We are good friends and business partners with mutually aligned goals. But
Good
anything
friends, you say?
further than that
Ah,
is out of the question.
friends with benefits. Cool.
Ah, yes, we all have those. But what? No.
Yeah,
I don't
they're
know about y'all. I'm in
benefiting.
a dedicated relationship.
Well, they're benefiting from each other through business contract.
Yes.
The
And
best
they're
kind
good.
of benefits there are.
What are you guys
Oh,
thinking?
Budgie canonically doesn't know what friends with benefits means.
Nope.
Budgie canonically doesn't have friends.
It's a sad
No,
life.
true.
Race does
Yeah.
know, but he's running with it anyway.
So, could we
Hmm?
get some more details on what we are supposed to do? I know we're supposed to head out into the open sea and just kind of find something. How?
Let's see. Where were you guys? What were you guys looking to discover again? So many people go out to sea for different reasons. I
The
have your
lost city of Atlantis.
you're one of those. Got it. I have your underwater breathing utensils. Should you need them? He holds out a few pieces. It basically looks like pipe, almost, but it's like a tea pipe. If you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
and he has 5 of them, but I don't necessarily think Vothri will need one. But you're welcome to take the 5. I will
But
need
we'll
these.
take all 5.
I will need these back, by the way. These weren't cheap.
What? We're not getting them just for free?
No, you're not getting
Fair
them
deal.
for free. I'm allowing you to borrow
Oh,
them because you're such good customers of mine. Speaking
you
of, you
can
know the
say
deal,
friends.
correct? You're all aware. I don't know if any of you have actually worked with me before. Now that I'm thinking of that.
I, I have worked
Yeah.
with you before.
Well, I'll be
Who
sure
is
to
this
make a
again?
good first impression then. I'll have these right back to you. I'm used to renting my tools.
Thank you. I
I
appreciate
have
it.
worked with you before, Voltor.
As
I'll
always,
try not to break it.
should you find any bodies, I'd be happy to take them off your hands.
Also, Voltor, I feel like you need some context. Normally, I don't look like an Axel.
Mm-hmm.
Like something else. Like, for example, he kind of like waves his hand over his face and he turns into this pot belly like gnome with a kind of scraggly like sideburns, almost full on mutton chops, but then like not fully grown. For example, I can
Ah.
turn into. And he turns into Budgie, but like I don't.
Budget
I think
budgie.
Waffle's a little bit shorter than Budgie. It's like it's like Budgie, but like slightly more like rotund.
Yeah. Well, budgie's already rotund.
Yeah, but it's like that
Like-
image of like the really.
You went into the void.
It's like that image of that really round penguin. Did I go into the void again?
Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
I give up.
We got a little bit of it.
Happens to
I
the
give
best of
up.
us.
I give up.
Yeah. Well, so we're finding an underwater civilization, ruins. What are we after?
Well, I don't know if anyone's successfully found it and come back alive. So, if you do, I would be happy to hear about it.
You know us. We'll always bounce back.
But as far
Do
as
you
I'm
have a general? Oh,
that's what I was getting to. As far as I'm aware, it's directly west of Duskvale, right on the line uh, of the deep sea, right on that
Oh
edge.
boy.
That's a good vein there. Good digging in that area.
It's underwater.
Exactly.
Is that well?
No one goes there.
Well,
We're-
I mean, it's
we're gonna be
a city, so someone's been there before.
Yeah.
Like underwater
Alright.
city or like above water city?
Like I said, I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
say, my gray-skinned friend,
Yeah. All
are
right.
you a miner?
Of sorts, yes. When I first arrived here, it was kind of early days. The Empire, the big boys sailing around in the ocean acting like they own the place. When they started visiting islands kind of earlier on, they'd want people to come around and dig up all the valuable stuff hiding in the grounds, the mountains, stuff that not everyone had come to strip clean of yet. Now that that's kind of done, I'm branching out into more experimental work. More along the lines of what you all get into.
Oh, well, don't use the pickaxe on me.
Unless you turn into gemstones, I think I won't be tempted.
Out of
I'm an
curiosity,
axolotl.
what's your capability other than digging up valuables?
Well, I'm a bit of a lot of my talents are intended for excavation, but they can certainly be turned otherwise. I keep a bit of magic on me. I rely on it for a great many applications. Mostly though, I try to pass it along to others, you spend a few hours down in the tunnels and you learn some ways to keep each other going, uh, inspire one another. I'm sure you get the idea.
Very cool.
So you're like a motivational speaker?
Uh, think about it more as like soft-spoken camaraderie. You push each other to keep going, whether you're uh, digging out fresh veins of ore, or in our case, plunging into some probably underwater city.
Oh,
Very cool.
also, are you okay? Your complexion seems to be a little bit gray.
Uh, yeah, that's it happens. Uh, don't stress too much about it.
Uh, cure
Got it now.
wounds.
So
And if
the
cure wounds.
location is almost due west of Duskvale, and Before we get to the mists, it should be somewhere in between. Correct?
Yes, I believe so. I've heard rumors and mentions around.
And you're
Okay.
looking for you're looking for information, or are you looking for something specific?
Um, Nothing really. I mean, if you find information, I'd be happy to hear about it, but
Okay,
I've not been particularly interested.
sounds good. Pudgy will get up from the table and go to the bar, and then try and sneak into the kitchen.
Okay.
Oh, going right for it. Okay.
And there he goes again, uh, giving you a fair warning about bougie. Uh, don't keep, keep an eye on your pockets.
I don't steal from friends.
I
He's not
don't
that
have
bad.
pockets.
Pudgy will very much steal from friends if is given the chance.
Pudgy's in the kitchen, and he will look around and uh, he'll change out the salt for sugar, and then turn the sugar into the pepper one. Just flip them around. Just cause
What?
unneeded chaos in the kitchen.
Okay.
Uh, and take a few back like handfuls of fruit, throw them in his gut, and he'll walk on back, sneaking on, and pop back into his chair.
All right.
Okay, I'm pretty much ready to go.
I like look around. Is this a regular occurrence?
But
I I don't know. Uh maybe I'm
I
just
just had,
used to this. Yeah,
I just had to take a leak.
in the kitchen. Okay.
I use the staff bathroom.
Of course, naturally. I Ray's is like very conflicted, but clearly like has figured out that this is not questions they want the answer to.
Alright. Uh, whose ship do we want to take?
We have options.
It is I guess we could just take. Yeah, I just take my ship then.
Yeah, sorry. Apologies. I'm,
Yeah.
so used to
Oh yeah.
hitching rides back and forth. I'm not used to someone being able to just say,
Hmm.
"Oh, I have a ship."
Yeah.
I tend to just repair them.
Yeah.
High rollers, you not are.
Fang's ship is still being built, correct?
Fang is trying to steal somebody's ship,
Ah. Okay.
is what the plan is. There's a ship out there she's trying to steal from a bad guy.
Oh, all
Right.
right. I see.
And I think Valtteri doesn't have a ship. He's still. Do you want the ship, Valtteri?
Valkyrie's
Father's,
muted
Valtteri
currently.
is.
Father's dead.
Valtteri's in the void.
Father's dying.
No.
All right.
I
I
guess we
am
take.
back.
Valtteri, do you want a ship, or do you have any interest in that?
Yes, I would like a ship.
Okay, that means you don't have one. Okay, let's take the clips.
Hey, setting me up for failure, I see. I don't
Well,
appreciate it, but I can respect it.
we'll put it on the bucket list.
I know, I
Sounds
already
great.
have it on the bucket list. I'm saving up.
Sounds great. Thanks for the ride.
All right.
E-
With that,
Right?
No, normally I swim to my destination.
What?
Very true.
The whole way?
Yeah,
It's not that far.
Not
Well,
that far. And I've lived in the ocean my entire life. What do you want me to do? Not swim?
I mean,
Not use
it's
my
just,
God-given gift?
I, well, it just seems like a waste. I mean, if you can travel in style, why wouldn't you?
I mean, I feel like I travel in style enough. I am a time-bending cleric.
Hard to argue with that.
I can turn into a gnome that is swimming way too fast.
I just like that imagery.
Maybe that's an intimidating sight all on its own.
Oh yes. Have you ever seen? There is this person that we know called Kerrigan. She is.
By the way, I haven't seen Kerrigan or Ignis. Did they get married or not?
I don't think they did,
No,
but we have to still set
Damn.
them up.
yes.
They're not going to get away that easily.
Nope.
All right, are we getting out of here?
Yes. We're talking on the walk.
Yes, we
Anyway.
walk and talk.
And with that,
Thank goodness.
you guys enter the ship and are on your way. Feel free to place yourselves along.
Hey, there's Ignis.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay.
Ignis, my friend, what are you doing here?
Ah. Get
Also, I
shunted.
don't know, is there a way to fix my thing so I have like the little player orb and not just a big box? But I hope
If you want
I hope that doesn't cause any trouble.
if you want to put the art into VC chat, I can make you one real quick.
Oh, you have to make. No, that's okay. I'll do it on my own time.
So,
Yeah, fair
it's about a 3-day travel. So if there's anything you guys would like to be doing during these 3 days, let me know. Otherwise, we will roll
Excellent.
perception checks to see what you encounter along the way and
Okay.
head over.
I was curious on who
Uh,
was next to me, and then I realized it was Fang. I think. Is that Fang?
Yes, that's me.
Yes.
Ah,
Yeah.
Lou,
I'm
get
just
up.
sitting in front of the steering wheel. I'm small and I can do it.
Actually, I'll let Fang do that, and I'll go up to the pros.
Okay. I will actually ask to do two things real quick because my fucking subclass requires like a million pre-prep jobs. What? A million as in two, but I'd like to get both of those done.
All right. What are you wanting
If
to
that's
do?
cool. So number one thing is that I didn't officially introduce my class, but I am a sorry. Okay, deep breath. Sorry, I'm like stumbling over my own words at this point. I am a bard from College of Spirits, and I've got two things I want to do. Number one is I can do Spirit Session, which lets me pick an extra spell, is the short version of that. And I'm just announcing up at the top that I can do that for myself and pick shields that I get the shield spell, all good. And then the other thing is that my main kind of ability is Tales from Beyond, where I can roll my one of my Bardic Inspiration dices, and that gives me a Spirit Tale, which is like a kind of like a Bardic Inspiration. It's like a deployable little ability. But because that takes time to prep, I want to have that ready before we take off.
All right.
Fun.
Could item off character also say what my character is? That everyone's on the same page.
Which, sorry?
Should I also say what my character is, like out of character, real quick?
Uh, if you want to, yeah. I was gonna like be all mysterious about mine because a
Oh, no,
minor
I
who's
just don't
also
know how to
bard.
roleplay. That's why I'm not
That's
trying to
okay,
be
yeah.
mysterious specifically. I just overthink everything.
I get it.
Yeah.
I'm a pixie. I specifically went full boat shipping because I have the shipwright background. I can repair the ship on the fly. I
Oh,
have
that's cool.
cartographer's tools, woodcarver tools, navigator tools, so the full goddamn set as proficiencies. And I went mostly for being tanky and charisma due to
Very
how the
nice.
class works. The Infernal
Okay.
Heritage Sorcerer. In terms
Okay.
of spells, I did take some utility, some melee, some AoE, and some that I just like Ice Knife.
Yeah. Okay.
Ice Knife. It's a
Um,
knife that's ice.
I love twinning it because it's just two single targets with the AoE circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, because technically that Ice Knife is one of those weird spells. It's like, oh, it's single target, but
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I will
I-
have
sorry.
Budgie roll a perception check then, just to
Okay.
see what you
Uh,
see on the ocean.
Up on the crow's nest, I think if somebody's paying attention to him, you'll see him. Because I like the idea of it. He will summon a bird, and you just see an albatross just fly out of his mouth, like crawl out of his mouth and just fly off and do circles to help.
And then I have a question for Vothri here in a second.
All right.
yes.
What did you guys do with the oddly shaped stone that you found on the Leviathan?
We have not yet done anything with it.
Where
It's
is it? Is my question.
I don't know anything about these oddly shaped stone.
just for simplistics, we can just say it's on with Budgie most of the time because I've just got inventory to inventory.
Yeah, because you are the bag of holding.
Yeah. 10.
I I have my pocket watch and I have my cool magic items, like my chronolometer, that may or may not work every now and
see.
then.
We'll see.
Oh damn. Okay.
All right. So 10 perception. All right. Nothing of interest catches your eye. It seems calm seas and smooth sailing. Fortunately. Who's piloting the ship?
I am wife.
Go ahead and give me a survival check, Fang, just to determine the exact amount of time it takes you to get there.
Guidance.
That's a D4, right?
Yes.
Valtteri
If
is
I can even guide this.
continuously casting guidance throughout the entire trip.
Yeah. It is really annoying to listen to.
I get guidance as well, and I can do it from 60 feet away. Is one of my cool things. So we're gonna be getting a lot of that.
18
So
total.
can Vothri, when he 18 total. Like,
All right, 18. With that, it does take you the better part of 3 days, but you do manage to get there, get to the edge of the deep sea on that third day. As far as you're aware, you're here.
and what were you gonna ask Vothri?
It was where the stone was.
Oh, okay.
Budgie took over the answer.
Yeah, I'll gladly take the stone if you want me to.
I'm just curious. I just didn't know exactly where it was.
Yeah. We'll just say it's between me and Ignis. Since Ignis isn't here, it's with me. Because it's just an oddly shaped stone, so it's like, eh. We just kind of carry it on the ships. It's probably at the just storage.
I didn't even know we had an oddly shaped stone. That's why I'm like, what?
Yeah, you guys found it
Yeah, it was
on the Leviathan.
it's the thing from our campaign.
I
We
know,
found.
but it was probably mentioned while I wasn't there.
Maybe that's you should have been there, man.
Yeah.
Like, sorry for the fact that you run sessions at 4 a.m. or fucking or like fucking 4 a.m. my time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't
I'm
run it
lucky
at
that
4 a.m. my time.
honestly, I'm grateful this was at a good time for me.
Budgie's fishing.
All right.
Vothri is. Seeing as I can do this once per day, the day before we like get to where we are right now, would it be possible for me to use my what's it called? my where is it? Where is it? Oh god damn it! I hate using a trackpad. My Chronos pocket watch.
For what purpose? What's it do?
Once per day you may make a history check at advantage to remember the past, and similarly once per day you may make an insight check at advantage to predict the future.
You may.
I want to predict the future.
Okay.
I want to see. I want to try and get a premonition of what's to come.
Go ahead and
And or maybe if we are in the right spot, if that works.
go ahead and make an insight check.
Advantage, as it states. I rolled that in D&D Beyond. I don't know if that's gonna pop up in the Foundry.
It did not.
Yeah, it's because I don't have the D&D extension tool on this laptop.
No.
Insight. Oh, god damn it.
Sensing a lot of
Advantage.
hostility.
Yeah, I really don't like trackpads. 25.
25. With that, let's see. All right. You glance at the pocket watch and it begins spinning clockwise. It seems as though it's working overtime. Suddenly, in your mind's eye, you see the ship halt right on the edge of the deep sea. You see a flash of yourself in the third person, along with your compatriots, swimming down into the ocean, not quite into the deep sea. And when you get to the bottom, you see glimpses of cut stone that's unnatural for the ocean itself. It seems as though wherever the ship is parked, you're not quite where you wanted to go, but you're close. Close enough to find where it is.
Would I be able to see from that vision where would be a better place to park?
Unfortunately,
Somewhere
when you
that
glance around,
just right on top. Okay.
yeah, when you glance around, you can tell which direction you should probably go. But as for cardinal direction from where you are right then, it's a little too difficult to tell.
Sure. I don't have the keen mind feed, sadly.
I wanted to map while we were doing the free day trek. Since navigator tools, cartographer tools.
All right.
Well, we're out to find the One Piece.
Ba, ba,
I
ba,
wish.
ba.
I need to watch that show. It sounds so good.
It's
It
pretty
is. One Piece is great.
I just don't have time for 1,000 episodes. That's 500 hours.
Watch One Piece. It's the shortened version of One Piece.
Yeah. It cuts out like 200.
A lot of the filler.
I think. I don't know.
The thing with it is I want the filler. I just don't have time right now for all of it. Like,
No, you do.
so
The bigger problem is there's one filler that's really good, like one specific one.
and they have
Like, really good.
they only have
Long
300
Ring, Long
episodes
Land.
on Netflix, so like just a little bit, you know. They don't have the full 1,000.
Yeah. Watch those first 300 episodes, then make
Yeah.
a decision.
But yeah, by the time I get done with the 300, they'll have 700 more. So then I'll be able to catch up to where they are right now, meaning they'll have at least another 1,500 out.
Yeah.
But all right. Yeah.
Okay, we
Unfortunately,
forgot this. We forgot the stone. We got the turn back.
unfortunately, it's too difficult to tell which direction you'll need to go. But you do know that you will at least be close when you park.
Okay. Can I tell if there's anything that we should be wary of?
this point,
That
no.
might be handy to know beforehand again.
I can't give you all my secrets.
You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit.
I always throw a fit.
I legit let you see the future. Just calm down.
Yeah, and I can also legit see the past, so I'm very calm.
That way, when
Seeing
you're
the future is
dying,
my
you'll know what you
better
should have done
stat.
instead.
Exactly, but seeing the future is my better stat because that goes based on wisdom, and I am a cleric, so wisdom is my higher stat.
Mm-hmm.
Future.
You've got a good argument for this.
Future. Future. God, it's dark now.
The future is now, old
Budgie will
man.
help.
Alright.
Budgie will help navigate the ship to the location.
All right.
Valkyrie
Fang.
will point out the position of the waves right as we get to the point.
Fang, on
Budgie
the
will.
third day, you reach the edge of the deep ocean. Any further, and you'll be in uncharted, dangerous waters. You have no choice but to stop the ship here.
I mean, we could, but
Hey guys, you know what would be really funny?
hey,
What?
What are you thinking?
If we just say fuck it to the quest and we just keep going out into the unknown.
I heard about a fleet of undead. I don't really want to fight them.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're not getting involved. We are not getting involved with the undead.
If you think I
Oh,
won't
well, they'll
sink the
be
ship and everyone on it, you've got another thing coming. Don't test me.
they will be properly dead when I come around.
Are we over where we need to be?
It seems like
I
it.
think
Eh,
maybe.
The
Excellent.
DM has told you three times now to get off the ship.
Yeah, but you'll do
you
it
may
back.
not-
Well, I don't want to find out
me-
what happens on the 4th. I dive into the water.
You see Budgie jump off and do just Olympic level diving skill.
Yeah.
when
see,
Valkyrie dives off. Oh, carry on. No, you go
Oh,
first.
sorry.
You go first.
Yeah.
Go.
You see, I tie a rope to like one of the banisters or like the mast of the ship or something, and just like fling off the side, and basically like not quite rappel down into the water, but like just like start swimming down with like the rope attached. Just have an easy way back up.
Does everybody have a way of breathing underwater?
Oh right, shit, the breather thing.
Oh,
Excellent,
You said as
Throw me the breather
as you
thing.
fall into the water.
Fang will clutch
Valkyrie.
onto her pearl and cast water breathing on herself, and whoever she sees needs water breathing. Up to 10 people.
Well,
see
we have
Ray's-
we have specific devices that allow us to breathe just infinite.
Mhm.
I'm just saying that I can't
Gladly
give up
take the
the-
water breathing.
Yeah, I guess he could have lied. So
Doesn't hurt to have a backup.
this is how the DMs plan to kill us. We all drowned.
No.
That would be the way for pirates to go, isn't it?
Voltor is
May
an
I have one of the
upstanding
rebreather
businessman.
things?
He would never sell you faulty equipment.
He's also a necromancer who would take our bodies once we die.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
so he
Or
would
rent
provide.
us faulty
You're not
equipment
using them.
Yeah.
on an expedition that they're not very invested in.
Valkyrie.
He didn't
When
send
he
you on this
dies,
expedition. You guys found this expedition and went to him for explicitly for the
Exactly, yes.
water breathing.
Location.
This was your decision.
Great. So he's got no investment in us succeeding.
No, but he also doesn't have any
He does,
investment in
look
you
at Brian.
failing.
Fair
So,
enough.
Yeah, he wouldn't get our bodies if we do fail. How the hell is he supposed to get down here?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
You can't
And
get
the
your bodies
bodies
if
up.
you do fail.
I would like to say something.
No. You posted the session,
Okay.
that's all you're good for.
But yeah,
No, he legit left.
after getting the water
No,
breathing,
he's gone.
Jumped into the water.
We bullied him.
He didn't even give you the chance to say I was joking.
Just leave immediately. No.
It's like when I kicked Nameless when his turn timer ran out.
Yeah. Valkyrie. When he dives, kind of misjudges it a little bit. So he like headbutts Budgie on the way down.
Just
Why?
completely.
Because I think it's
Yeah, you do that and you mess up his complete form, and you both like.
yeah,
I think we both just belly flop.
just tumble through the air into the water.
Just fly away from the railing and then stop flapping my wings and just drop like a rock down.
The three of you
You
take
land on.
the three of you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage apiece from the ungraceful
No.
entries into the water.
I refuse.
You did this to yourself.
No, you're not allowed to damage me.
I can do whatever I want.
I'll tell Sensei.
want-
I'll tell Sensei you're
I want-
abusing your power.
I see these three like combined cannonball into the ocean, and I take a moment, and I'm like, suddenly I don't feel so bad about my own entrance.
No. Fang?
You see like the three of them just kind of like bobbing in the water like you do.
Like
Do,
a big
the
buoy.
yeah, like the floating in the body prank. Like
Yeah.
floating in the body prank. I give up. I'm not gonna speak anymore. Good night.
All right.
Fang, have you
Fang
entered the
will
water?
curse. Yes, I throw myself over.
Okay. Nobody drop.
You land
Yeah,
on the
well,
three of
like
us.
that one anime scene when they're all jumping out the window. She just goes.
All right.
Oh man.
So now that we're all in the water, I have a question for all of you. Valkyrie says underwater, making it really difficult here. Where is the anchor?
The anchor has been anchored. We parked the boat.
I thought
Okay, I
you were
believe
the-
you.
I thought you were the anchor.
Valkyrie's gonna grab you and start swimming down.
He'll start speeding you up as he is faster in the water.
So is Valkyrie.
Oh,
Valkyrie has
wow.
the swimming speed.
Yep.
Suddenly, small torpedo.
It's like
There's
the.
some-
Go ahead.
There's some weird kind of tension going on there.
What do you
It's that-
mean? It's just the two small boys.
Water accelerating with the homies. Alright, I'm just gonna keep swimming now.
Water accelerating with the homies? It's a new one.
Okay.
Meow.
May I have either one of the rebreather things, or
Yeah, those have
one of-
been handed out.
oh,
We'll just say those
excellent.
are-
Thank you.
We'll just say those are handed out.
Thank you very much. I rip one
Until
of
the-
those between my teeth and start.
Until the DM
Continue my
says it falls out of her mouth and we all drown.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Just,
Alright.
You know, don't get hit too hard.
Yeah.
Eh.
Oh.
And it flies up as it's filled with water. Air, I mean. Just jettisons to the surface.
I take
So-
one of the straps off my overalls and tie it to around my like jaw. Keep it in there.
All right. So you guys swim down
See.
and towards the bottom. It's dark. Light is having trouble getting this far. I would consider it dim light, for lack of better option. You see faintly cut stones that seem to almost form a pathway, and fallen bricks that seem as though they would have formed an archway overhead.
Okay.
I kick it.
This is no.
Budgie, you kick it, and at first nothing happens. Then a second
I
or two
swim through it
later,
before it.
your foot really starts to hurt.
Did you kick a sea urchin?
No, he kicked like a 20-ton brick.
Yeah.
Your
Just Peter.
toes are broken.
Oh, there's no magic here. It's just
No,
Yeah,
he
physics.
legit walked up to the Great Pyramid of Giza and just kicked it. Like,
By the way, Bosh, just so you're keeping track, I said that I used the future seeing thing the day before, so it
I-
should be back up again
it
today.
should be.
Yes, just making sure that we're keeping track.
Yep.
It should be.
Which I
There's an
was
error with
Should
its
be.
code.
I
It does
rule of
not work anymore.
I rule of cooled it to where you were able to see a day in advance. You're not technically supposed to see that far ahead, but with a
Oh, I don't
25,
know.
I feel like that was kind of justified.
I don't know how it works. It just says I can see the future. It doesn't say how far.
Mm-hmm.
You see
It's
the end of the
undisclosed.
universe.
Yeah,
You see the heat death of the universe.
It's up to the DM's discretion, but generally speaking, it's
Yeah.
supposed to be within the next 24 hours. So
Yeah,
loosely,
that was within 24 hours.
loosely right about now.
Yeah. So it works out.
Mm-hmm.
But you'll start zooming and starting to investigate, seeing what everybody else, seeing where we are, and scouting for danger.
Make a perception check for me.
Okay.
Question: does our fairy get their movement in a underwater setting?
Not their
High
That's
flying
speed.
actually a
speed.
good question. Okay, because if I had my walking speed, I'd be 5 feet the entire time.
Oh.
Yeah.
You said
So,
investigation,
perception.
perception.
Yep.
Nice, much better.
So you're not allowed to you're not able to fly as a fairy underwater or a pixie
I
underwater.
use them like fins, you could say.
Yeah, but for lack or for sake of this, we'll say that you're either hitching a ride with someone or you're able to keep up in some way or another.
Oh, yeah, I'm on.
Yeah.
I'm on the shovel wearing. I'm on his shoulder. I like being on people's shoulder.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm on his shoulder.
Great.
All right,
Oh my god, the icon fits perfectly on it. I love it.
Budgie with a 19. This path that you parked over seems to lead. It seems to be one road. Um, one direction curves into the deep sea. The other direction leads straight away from the deep sea.
And he'll share that with the group. Where do you guys want to go? Do we go deeper or do we go away? He said it was near, so I don't know.
All right.
I'm assuming deep sea.
Yeah. Okay. So
I
I'm
look
down.
perfectly honest. I want to go into the deep sea. I've always wanted to. It seems like a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
You were born in the deep sea.
Okay.
Mitching a ride, so
Nice.
I'm kind of
We're all
stuck
down
with
here,
wherever
right?
they're
We all see
going.
the archway and everything.
Yes, you all see the archway.
Okay, great. And there's a path forward. I'll start following that. And wait, are we able to talk down here? No, not really.
And
We've all
signals.
got
Does
it.
water
He just-
breathing allow you to talk underwater?
Maybe it does. Oh, hidden advantage.
DM's choice. But Budgie's ham, just knee slapping signals.
I have message anyway, so I'm gonna be relying on that. But good to think about.
I want realism in my fantasy game.
I play D&D
I want-
for realism.
well, I want
Forget the fire
creativity.
swords.
We've solved the talking underwater puzzle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in 2E, water breathing didn't help with talking underwater at all. But that's
I
ages
see.
ago.
Okay.
It
Fair
also
enough.
that also means you couldn't cast spells underwater.
Oh, messed up. All right. In that case,
It's in 2E, not 5E.
okay. I'll
Yeah,
start
that
moving
was
through
from
the
2E.
archway and following the path ahead.
All right, you guys are going into the deep sea.
Yeah. I'll wave the other two to come follow.
Interesting.
I've got my pickaxe out. I'm keeping an eye out for anything that either looks hostile or looks valuable.
All right. You guys make your way into the deep sea. And one thing you notice, it drops off. It's like a giant cliff almost. It's odd.
Touch the butt.
You guys swim down, trying to follow the immediate break of this pathway. You keep going further and further down. And it eventually gets to the point, even for you, Vothri, where you can't go any further. The pressure is just too much.
And can we still see the path ahead of us? And it's just that we can't, like, withstand the force to keep walking forward?
At this
Or.
point, it is pitch black all around you. You
Oh,
can't see the bottom.
okay.
You can't really even see the cliff that you were following.
Oh.
SpongeBob logic. I light a torch.
All right. Maybe in a more practical direction. I have the light cantrip. I could cast that on something. Um, does anyone want to be the one to carry a light source, or will I keep it on myself?
I mean,
I don't-
if you can cast it as many times, he'll hand you a rock.
Yeah. All right. It takes an action, but we can take a minute and get multiple going, I think. Yeah, I can do it multiple times. I think that's how that works. It's not concentration, so we're fine. Okay, great. I'll cast light on my shovel so that I have something to point with. If I can do it again, I'll cast it on your rock as well.
But you'll drop the rock and see how far it goes down.
It sinks and sinks. And you follow this light source getting smaller and smaller until eventually it just becomes a speck. But it does stay there at a certain point. Doesn't seem to be
Okay.
getting any smaller.
Raze tries to whistle but thinks better of it. Um,
Budgie, as the light falls, make a perception check for me.
Actually, yeah, since we do have a light source, I do have dark vision stuff,
Same.
so I don't know if that helps anything.
hmm.
You said perception?
Mm-hmm.
Intelligence.
Okay. That makes sense. 15.
15. At a certain point, the light seems to stop getting smaller. It doesn't necessarily seem to stop moving. It just shifts direction. Begins moving horizontally. Whatever stone that was landed on something that is now moving.
Uh-oh.
Did we
Be a
move?
current, could be a creature.
Um. As much as I like the deep sea, do we want to check out the other?
I guess.
We'll come back to this if needs be. I don't think we can handle much more oceanic pressure as it is. No sense in immediately going for the deep dive.
Yeah, because this is a
Okay, I take the other route.
something that big. We may need to scout out or probably look up more information about.
What are you scared of getting a bit wet in the water?
No, it's the fact that hmm, who knows? Maybe it's friendly, and he'll start going
Okay.
down.
All right, we're
No,
going
he's
for
gonna
it.
follow.
So you guys are
Uh,
going further into the deep sea.
Yep.
do I have anything that would help fix this problem? Not
Reggie,
really.
as you begin swimming down, I need you to make a constitution saving throw for me.
Yippee! Oh no! 4!
That will fail.
Yippee!
As you continue swimming down, you try ignoring the pressure, but you just can't. You take 8 points of force damage.
Mm.
Nasty stuff. Can you make your own way back up, or does one of us have to like grab you out of there?
He's still conscious. He can choose to swim up at any time. For the time
Okay.
being.
All right, all right.
You seem...
And
It
that-
seems as though you're being forced back up. The pressure doesn't sit well within you, and your buoyancy just can't... It starts taking over.
Vothri wants to try.
You may certainly try.
So,
As
do you
you-
need to roll a constitution?
As you swim further down, I need you to make a constitution saving throw for me.
I'm a guide myself. I don't know if guidance works in saving throws.
No, I think it's ability checks. Or skill checks, I should say.
Yeah. It's only ability checks. That's a shame. Do I have enhanced ability? No, I do not. Oh well. Constitution saving throw?
Yes, please.
$19.
19. You still take 4 points of force damage, but you seem as though that for now you can keep going.
Well, he's gonna keep. He's going to. He probably would have gotten like light put on. He probably would have taken another rock and like put light on it, and then kept swimming down, holding it so people can see him.
Yeah.
But
He's
you
gonna
will,
keep swimming.
yeah, but you'll play a little bit of chicken with Bothray to see who can go down furthest.
Mm.
Go ahead and make another
Alright.
constitution saving throw, Budgie. DC will only increase from here. You
17.
shrug off the initial effects, and as you
Mhm.
push further, the force gets stronger. You take another 6 points of force damage.
Do I happen to see anything other than Bothray?
Make a perception check for me.
14.
14. You don't see anything, but you begin getting the sense that looming just outside of your vision, somewhere not far off, there is some thing out there.
He'll see. He'll just watch Bothray for a while.
Swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, just keep swimming.
Fothry, go ahead and make another
How
constitution
deep
saving
is this
throw.
exactly?
You don't
currently?
know.
No, we don't know.
Alright, Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw.
Raze is watching all this from the cliff, is like tempted to join in, but knows that they've still got Sona on their shoulder, so they're like peering down, watching as this progresses, but like isn't gonna chase after them yet.
I whisper to you, do you want to be a shark?
What? This better not be a hypothetical. Is that something you've got going on?
I got one polymorph on me.
No.
Alright.
Let's save that for now. I appreciate the offer.
My thoughts exactly. Just wanted to ask if you'd like to use it instead.
Damn.
How's Fang doing?
5. 5.
I heard. How is Fang doing?
Fang is muted.
If and when Fang gets back, I'm sure she'll tell us. Vothri, you swim down and similar to Budgie just a minute ago, the force of buoyancy and just pressure from around is almost overwhelming. You take 12 points of force damage.
Oh, 12?
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't it be like not 12?
No.
So what's the plan? Do you want to continue going down?
Do you?
Hmm.
How far apart are you two at this point?
I'd say probably like 20 feet distance.
Yeah. All right. I will also send out a message and say, if we do think it's worth going down there, I could heal you both after you make it down. Unless it's just gonna keep hitting you.
Oh, it's gonna keep crushing us.
Ugh.
100%.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's physics.
I need the two of you to make an insight check. Budgie and Vothri.
All right. I'm not the type. Never mind.
Could
Eh,
I attempt,
I
could I
might, I
attempt
might,
as well?
we might be the type.
Okay.
Could I take a stab at it as well, or is it only for the crushing force experiencers?
I'll give you a chance. Sure.
Okay. I don't have great insight, but you know.
I'll give you a roll at disadvantage because you're not going
Oh,
through it currently.
sorry. I'll
Oh.
I'll roll it. I'll roll a second one then.
Yeah,
That's
so
a
it's
17.
A 17 theoretically wasted.
5.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. So like, wow, yeah, that water.
Yep.
It's all just
Unfortunately.
water.
All right. What do you two do now?
Yeah, at least want to touch the seafloor.
Hmm. Hmm.
You sound like a microwave.
Because I'm thinking.
Ah,
Vothri is going to disguise himself. Or use disguise self on himself. To just make himself like the color of his like axolotl skin. Uh, to match the color of like the ocean around him. He's gonna darken himself to make
but
himself blend in more.
you'll then pop pass without trace on the two of us, so that
Uh-huh.
basically things can't track us unless it's magic.
Oh, they already can't do that.
Eh?
Nah. No, so that means that Vothri can't be tracked right now. Period. Because Vothri cannot be tracked by magic.
Yeah.
Pass
Well,
without a
it's
trace just adds 10 to stealth. It doesn't make you untrackable.
Okay.
you get 10 plus your dexterity stealth and can't be tracked except by magical means. A creature that receives this bonus leaves no tracks behind or other traces of its passage.
Oh, is that part of the spell?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So Vothri is currently not there.
That was a sound effect.
Yeah, what was that?
What?
That
It was
just
what?
scared
Pass without a
me.
trace, I think. Did it?
Yeah.
What?
I've never hit the actual button.
There's a sound?
Yeah, there was a
Yeah.
sound.
It was weird.
Oh, I didn't do that. Yeah, Valkyrie is also going to cast a Cure Wounds on himself.
All right.
Because I'm currently down to 49 hit points. So. To cast a Cure Wounds on myself. Yeah, that level. Feeling a bit spicy today. 14 hit points. That brings me up to 63.
Cure Wounds had a sound effect as well.
It did.
Oh, I didn't know.
Interesting.
Interesting.
All
Yeah,
right.
let's
So
keep
are you
swimming.
guys swimming
Now
down?
with Pass Without a Trace. Yeah. Now with Pass Without a Trace.
Okay. That at least avoids one poor encounter.
And Vothri is already super disguised, so,
Also, if I am in currently I have a cloak that allows me to be invisible. Eh, Hmm. Technically, I have two cloaks on. One becomes invisible if I'm in dim or darkness, and the other one just gives me the cloak of bat, so it's just advantage on stealth.
All right.
Just the added effect of, but he's invisible.
and
As you
Vothri is
both
the same color as the ocean.
Yep.
continue swimming deeper. I forget your character's name. Sean. My bad.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm raised.
Raise. Sorry, first session. It's gonna take me a minute.
Of course, I'm getting. If you can't tell, I'm getting adjusted as well.
Yeah.
I still haven't made any character to name association, which is why on my thing, if you hover over it, says Sonomia.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
because I have that many troubles.
Raise, you lose sight of them as they go further down. Budgie and Vothri, I need you to make Constitution saving throws, please.
And 11.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Alright.
All right,
I'm gonna die.
Budgie, you
Fucking
take
bonker.
24 points of force damage.
Oh,
Vothri, you take 12.
What the fuck?
Oh, shit.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Maybe we should go back up. Maybe.
Part of me feels guilty that I didn't follow you, but like that's gone
wait,
now.
how much did
Oh.
Bothry take?
12,
I
half as
took
much.
12.
Oh. And that was a natural 20.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You succeeded on the saving throw, but you still take damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Well.
ocean doesn't give a shit about your saving throw.
True. Um, this might be dumb.
Vothri is going to reach out for where he thinks Budgie is.
Okay.
Vothri's assuming Budgie's right next to him, so he's just gonna like reach out. Would he grab Budgie?
Probably not.
Okay.
But he's on the other side. You reach out the other side and then you get him.
Okay. So he's on the opposite
Yeah.
side. And Vothri's gonna start swimming upwards.
Okay. He'll grab you and just total speed, just rocket back up.
Double water speed torpedo.
Yeah.
My god, that was actually a useful technique earlier.
You
Ah,
guys,
yes, of course.
as you start leaving the pressure of this deep ocean, you feel the weight lifting off of your shoulders. There's a physical
Oh, yeah.
difference in the pressure.
Does that being two experienced swimmers and people of the sea, would this feel like normal pressure?
It all felt like normal pressure for the sea. Nothing magical about it. It was just at a certain point, the pressure becomes too much for a physical body to withstand. And you
Yeah.
guys have crossed
Okay.
that threshold.
All right. Budgie pops back.
Right, so I think we're not doing that again. That was very painful. Yeah, that hurt a lot.
The insight check, at a certain point, you guys had crossed the threshold to where if you had died to the force damage, it would have outright killed you, just crushed you.
Oh,
Thanks.
oh,
So that's what that was for.
Okay.
that's
Well-
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Good thing Valtteri decided to take initiative and swim back up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know we probably would have, if Budget continued, Valtteri would have as well.
Yeah.
Grief. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Right, so I think that is not the correct path.
Nope. Not at all. And potions underwater.
Cure wounds.
Well,
Valtteri's got some cure wounds on you.
okay. Let me know how much.
Oh god, I'm burning
Alright.
through my spell slots.
Well, I can just potions. I've got decent amount.
Oh, okay, if you got a bunch of potions then. Hey, Bosch,
Yeah.
before we left the port,
Mm-hmm.
could Valtteri have bought another random potion?
I'll allow it.
Okay, yeah. I'll just
Which-
put a potion with our
I can pull up the
Potion.
dock and you can buy it straight from the source if you'd like. Instead of
I'll
going
buy-
out through the shop through there, because I think there's only 20 or so in the shop in there, and I've got 50 in my list.
Okay, I want to buy
Hmm.
potion 32.
32.
oh,
Interesting. Potion 32 will be 150 gold. Again, just for materials to make the potion.
Budgie will take a 2 of. What's the number between
1 and 50.
1 and 50?
Potion 20 is out of stock.
Okay. Yeah, the one potion that gives you wish.
Yeah, I can't do that again. The DM's gonna be really mad at me.
oh, what now?
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
I'll take 50. How much is the price of 50?
Let me run down. Potion 50 would run you about 50 gold.
50 gold?
Mm-hmm.
I'll take it.
And the rest of you, if you'd like to buy a random potion as well, you may.
Uh,
I think I have money.
You may not.
Yeah,
I'll
I
buy
don't think.
45. I'll buy 45. How much is that?
45. Interesting. That one will run you 75 gold.
75 gold and 50 gold?
Mm-hmm. 125 total.
Damn.
Okay.
Fang, are you here? Can you hear us? Are you alive? I'm gonna take that as a no. Fang is
I'm
dead.
here.
Oh, there you are.
Sorry, my headphone mic was mute, not the actual Discord. But no, I'm here.
Okay, cool. Just making sure that you can jump in whenever you'd like.
Budgie went and almost killed himself, and
Yep.
then Valtteri went, followed behind him, almost killed himself. Then they decided to come back up. Now they're buying potions.
Yep, we're retconning buying potions.
It's fine. All right.
Can I get
Was
healing
there?
potions?
Yeah. I didn't mean to ask. Was there an? There's another path we can follow, right?
There is another path you
Yeah.
can follow, and yes, you can get healing potions. He has 3 for sale at 150 apiece.
I'll take all 3.
Okay. 450 then, and you now have 3 regular healing potions.
Ooh. So you
I'm
don't
just
need-
broke. I can't buy any.
well,
I'm always
worth it.
around for loans.
No.
Oh,
You could always kill somebody and sell the body to Voltor.
yeah.
That's an option.
Ooh. Sounds like a decent option.
He'll also gamble with you, so that's an option too.
Gamble what?
He plays cards.
Okay.
Your immortal soul.
Honestly, I could probably just make money repairing ships in my downtime since I'm a shipwright
Yep.
in the first place.
You probably could. All right. So you guys swim back
Alright.
up. Sorry, Fang. What?
I was just saying I paid it.
Okay. Cool. You guys swim back up. See the familiar stone road, or for lack of a better term, road, and still have that half to explore.
Right. I look to Sona on my shoulder and say, "Well, I'm glad we didn't get involved in that. Shall we pioneer our second path?"
Yeah, let's go. Maybe we can use the shark there.
Sounds good. I start walking. I've got Sona on my shoulder, and I kind of motion the other two to follow along.
I am back. I got a visitor in the form of my dog.
Yeah, no worries.
I will follow them.
We're foraging
But
along
you'll,
path number 2.
but you'll
Okay.
drink a greater potion that he had in his pocket, restoring some hit points, and we'll follow along.
All
Right.
right. We are going to take
I ha-
a short break, just real fast. We will reconvene on the hour, whatever hour it's about to be.
Oh, perfect.
That's in
So
4
like
minutes.
4 minutes?
Yep, 4 minutes.
Okay, if that's
Yeah,
good.
That's not a long break.
It's not.
Be
I-
Go
back.
fill
Why
your
can't
water
we-
and get back here.
Yep.
Why can't we reconvene in like 12 hours?
I forgot I made tea like 3 hours ago. Now it's cold.
Sad.
Really?
Reheat
Put
your
it in the
tea.
microwave. Put it in the microwave.
Microwave your tea.
Boil a
I
pot
just
of water,
remembered also
put the
I
cup in
could
the pot,
twin
and
spell
water will heat.
polymorph, which is so funny. We could be
Yeah.
2 sharks.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break.
I like making
Oh,
tea.
that's
I
good.
boil my water and throw some oak leaves in
I'm gonna
there.
throw it on the BRB channel
Oh,
or
nice.
BRB slide,
I'm
and we will
having
be
ginger
back shortly.
ginseng tea at the
In just a
moment.
couple minutes.
Look at doggy
we are live again, so don't say anything that'll get us banned.
Aww.
Yep.
Looking at you, Valtteri. That was a joke.
Sure.
But yeah. So, you guys are going down the path, correct?
Yes.
Perfect. Straight to your death.
Sona and I are leading the charge.
All right. Go ahead and make a perception check then for me, the both of you.
Yay.
How do I
Okay.
do that in VTT?
You click it on D&D Beyond, and it should
Cafe_ just followed.
just send it over to the VTT as long as you have that extension enabled.
But I'm not on Beyond.
Thanks
I'm
for the
on
follow.
VTT.
I appreciate it.
Okay, if you're only on VTT, there's like a little person button up in the top right. You click your name, you'll see your little profile.
Yeah, I just
And
click
you
on
can-
perception like in Roll20. Then.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah.
Should be that.
You got it. I'll do mine now.
There. 17.
You can
I
also
hit
double
yours.
left.
18.
You can also double left click your icon or your
Oh.
token that's on the place. Quick open.
Thank you.
Oh, that's very cool. Thank you. I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
All right. 17 and 20. As you guys all continue down the line, you notice more of these structures, these archways. Some of them seem relatively intact, just a little worn as time has gone on from being in the ocean. Some of them seem a little more fallen and destroyed. You don't notice any symbols or anything that would denote really anything special. But after 15 to 20 minutes of swimming, you guys come across this. Let's see, where did it go? I'll find it eventually. There's so many things for me to look at here.
We're at Bikini Bottom.
Seems as though you've come across an underwater city.
It's a void.
Whoa.
Parts of it seem to go into the deep sea a little more than others.
Oh.
See that? So.
Oh, I've turned monochrome.
Is the scene not activated right?
I can see the building around me. Oh, and then when I move around, I can see the kind of light it opens up. I'm not sure if I'm where I'm supposed to be. So if
Yeah.
you want
If
to
you
move my
move
piece
us-
to...
I'm on the right
tried.
outside of the thing.
Yep.
Let me configure and get rid of... Yeah, it didn't uncheck what I told it to uncheck, and I'll bet you the other one didn't.
There we go.
either.
That's
There
okay.
we go.
Whoa, now I can see everything.
It did. Interesting. Yeah. So this is what I was trying to get you guys to see.
I see. That's okay. So you were talking about how dark it is down here. I assumed the feature was intentional.
Yeah, kind of, but I don't know. I like, because you guys can explore all of it. I'm not going to limit you to, one little section. So it makes sense for you to be able to see it all.
Okay.
But
we'll continue on as
Yeah.
in understanding of how dark it is.
Mm-hmm.
Waving around my little light stick shovel.
Yeah. I don't want it to, ruin your gameplay ability.
Yeah, sorry.
Makes sense.
It sucks.
All
My
right.
immersion.
So, you guys have stumbled upon, it seems to be an ancient city.
My God. All right. Now
One
we can
wrong.
get started in full force.
One wrong turn and I am at half health. Fun.
You hate to see it. I can heal you up if you are really hurting.
Nah. I'm good unless a fight breaks out. That will go for a long period of time.
Okay.
One quick aside. I hate to do this. Uh,
Uh-huh.
Budgie, TRH, and Fang. It seems you guys have a fan in my chat.
We do.
Mm-hmm.
Word. Hi, fam.
Ever.
So, that was just a quick aside. But
Word.
you guys are still free to do as you wish.
Is that boat there real?
That boat, you're gonna have to ping it for me. Oh,
Well,
down
what?
here? It looks as though it's a sunken ship of some kind. A small little, almost rowboat.
Who's all the way out here past, like, so far west in a rowboat?
There's a number of explanations to where it
Yeah.
could be, or why it could be there.
Okay.
But just gonna look around.
Did I try and
Mhm.
figure out how old it is? Like, how long it's been down here?
Make a history check for me.
History. Here.
I am back.
Nice.
22.
I was grabbing something to drink.
With a dirty, or with 22. There we go. It hasn't started really wood rotting yet. So it hasn't been down here super long. It doesn't seem to fit in with the rest of the kind of stone structure that you guys have around.
Getting a rowboat out here is impressive.
What did I miss?
We're looking at the town.
You've found an
Oh.
ancient city. You have a fan in my chat. Rowboat from another ship set of some kind is down here sunken.
Okay. I think. Are we in the city or are we looking at it? Like we're not in it yet, or?
You guys are free to roam around it.
I think if we can find somewhere of interest, I might be able to do some of my timey-wimey magic to maybe tell some of the past of this place.
I
Maybe.
see. Okay.
May I have a question.
Go for it.
Druidcraft tells you the weather. If you're underwater, does that also mean you can tell me if an ocean current is just gonna grab us out of nowhere? Because that would technically be the weather underwater.
Druidcraft 5e. Give me a second.
Oh, we're breaking out the books on this one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like D&D doesn't have that much stuff for underwater, specifically with spells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm
Well,
asking on the DM ruling here.
We'll let the judgment come in.
What do you say, Chad?
The court denies your plea.
I would argue that you could maybe determine which direction the current would be moving, but not necessarily how strong it might be.
Okay, thank you.
Fantastic. Okay.
Then I would like to cast my cantrip to see if there are any currents around the temple. Like if there's currents here, basically.
It shows that there's a strong current moving from one side to the other of the temple. Looking at the image, it would be from left to right. So from here, the sunken ship, to the tower to the right.
I see.
But
Okay.
I mean, that's just kind of the general way the current is flowing at this point.
Thank you.
Yeah, good to know. I turned to Sona on my shoulder, who I presume, I know this is like a visual effect, so I can also see that she's kind of tracking the current movements, and I say, yeah, that's it. Good work. That's a neat trick you've got.
Thank you. Currents
Now.
can be very dangerous underwater, so I wanted to know where they are.
Yeah, fantastic work. Now, why don't we see? I want to start I want to take Sona with me, and I want to start ducking into like one of these buildings. Could I do some kind of check to see if I can like tell is any one building of like greater importance over the others? So like I know if I'm like headed into some kind of like is there like a city hall or something, or like something that's not an apartment block, or like I know I'm throwing out very relative terms, but like is there any one building like marked as of greater importance than the others?
Make an insight check for me.
Brilliant. Okay. That doesn't work. 2 seconds. Attributes. Insight. Go. Normal. I got a 7.
Kind of glancing around, I mean, you know the structure of kind of human cities, how they're built, but this is such a different beast that there's no telling. There's no
Yeah.
telling what
Okay.
sort of cultural significance would lead to the buildings or placement of them.
Okay. In that case, having no concept of the meaning behind any of this architecture, I will take Sona on my shoulder and we'll go over to the big egg dome shape building on the bottom right.
All right.
Valkyrie is going to follow
I
them.
say, well, failing to understand any real direction, at the very least, any building with a massive egg on it is either going to be uh, some kind of spiritual significance, in which case they have expensive decorations, or uh, maybe it's a bank or something. Who knows?
Or if the civilization was heavily in magic tech, could be something else.
Very true. Well, if they're gonna put a big egg on a building, it means they care about it.
Or you
So
just
it's got
do you just want to go to this building because it is egg shaped?
it's more interesting than the square ones.
That is true. It might have some historical significance.
You gotta trust your gut. Now, all right,
All right.
I dive in.
You guys make your way
What do we
into this
find?
building. Go ahead and make perception checks for me.
All of us, or
Everyone that's
All three?
interested in the building.
Hey,
16.
let me see, perception.
19.
Oh my god, my roll, not my roll 20, but my VTT is so slow. A million,
25.
25, yeah.
All right.
It's just that we just completely blow you all out of the water.
Yeah, how do you add 6?
I have a +6 to my perception because I have proficiency and my wisdom is really high.
Oh shit, good going. All right.
All right. You guys
And I rolled a
enter
19.
this egg, for lack of a better term. And with a 25, as well as 19, 16, a few numbers thrown throughout, you guys recognize this as technology that you don't quite recognize mixed with magical aura. But it's all in ruins. You see pieces strewn about on the ground, or the floor of this building, and what looks as though about a semicircle still standing about midway up in this room.
Like futuristic technology, or
Not necessarily futuristic.
Just alternative.
Yeah, just different from what you guys have.
alternative medicine.
Rats. Okay.
We found them.
I'm gonna
The
knock
healing
the.
church.
I'm gonna knock on the egg, just like knock knock, see if it does something.
Are you knocking on the inside of it or the outside of it? Because
Inside first.
you guys went into the inside of the
Yeah.
building.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm knocking on the inside of the egg. Just knock, knock.
It seems as though it's more of the stone.
Oh.
Knock, knock, knock. Housekeeping.
Mhm.
Getting flashbacks.
um, if so, I have a question for all of you. Should I do my timey-wimey trying to figure things out bullshit? Or should I save it for when we are potentially in a more important location?
I say save it.
I
Okay.
mean, if we want to check one of the other buildings, I feel like if you do have a way of gaining information, I feel like the room with technology we don't understand would be the place to use it, but I understand your caution. I don't want to encourage you to spend your only use of a powerful spell,
If
so why don't we
well,
take a look
I
around?
can, I can do it once a day. So if we, I don't necessarily think we have too much of a time crunch. I don't have a time crunch. I can be under water for as long as I need to. But all of you, it might be worse for.
Okay. So
And
let's
now we know the path. We can always come back.
I
okay.
can skim through real quick. He'll do a little stretch and then spin in a circle, and you'll see him bolt off. They 60.
Expeditious retreat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, you put
Wait,
that
are
on
you a
him?
rogue?
Yeah, I already have that.
In
Okay,
this
then never
case,
mind.
So I have 60-foot swim speed with a bonus action dash, with an action dash, and I can just go through every nook and cranny, just like skimming over, seeing if there's anything interesting that pops out.
All right. um, go ahead and make an Arcana check for me, Budgie.
Yippee! Not bad. 16.
Not bad. Um, you get the impression, with what little you know about the arcane, this was a structure that was built to provide oxygen to the creatures inside of the city that needed it. When this machine was active, whether you breathed air or water, you could breathe comfortably in this city.
Huh.
It's pretty dope.
Do
fascinating.
I
So it
could
is One Piece.
could I try and figure out if it could be turned on?
Given the fact that it's in multiple pieces, probably
Oh,
not.
Ooh.
okay.
And
Is
what
it
you do
large?
know about the arcane, whatever broke something of this magnitude had to have been strong.
Strong like the giant underwater creature we encountered not too long ago.
Yono say?
I wonder. Yeah, who's to say? All right. So while Budgie takes off and is investigating the rest of the ruins,
I,
uh, does the egg room controls look mostly intact, or are they like damaged and broken off as well?
Um, I mean the conduit that would have provided the enchantment is broken, basically beyond
Okay,
repair at this point in time.
I see.
Any controls or the like that you might see look worn beyond
Okay,
recognition, but not necessarily broken per se.
all right. Um, Well, in lieu of anywhere better to direct my attention, I would like to start uh, blindly interacting with buttons, levers, whatever controls there are, and watching for any response after each one.
I'd like to leave his shoulder and go to the bowl on the left.
Oh, I see.
All right.
Yeah.
You
Take care,
talking
Sona.
about this one, just for clarification?
Yes, this one,
Okay.
the bowl.
We will get there in just a moment.
I'm just moving it over already. The
yeah.
character.
You start
The tiny little speck.
fidgeting with the what you figure is the control panel, and
Yeah.
nothing happens.
Drat. Okay. Uh, well, this room has provided me nothing. I will also go check out the bowl.
I'd like to think that as Budgie's like swimming like throughout the cavern, he rounds a corner, clips into it, and then starts starfishing towards Fang. What does she do?
You're doing what to me?
So as Budgie's like high speed swimming all around this place, he
Uh-huh.
accidentally clipped one of the walls or a corner, and is now starfishing out of control towards Fang.
I just kind of grab you and tuck you up under my arm and keep going.
Cool.
Oh, buddy.
Why is it that
Every
no
need
matter
for
what
adventure.
Budgie does, I imagine him as a club penguin? Like, that's just the image
So
I
like
have
the
in my mind.
the flippers that are a bit too long for his
Yeah.
body.
Little too pudgy down on the stomach, little too long of flippers, prolonged beak, like.
That is always like in this
Oh, somebody's going robotic.
crooked, cocky smile.
Yeah. All right. So you guys swim over to
Oh.
the bowl. TM.
Yes.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me, those of you who are going. I don't know if the three of you that didn't want to go elsewhere or not.
Valkyrie is just following, just
What?
watching.
Right, perception, is it?
Yes.
Another
Great.
19.
A 5.
Was almost a 17.
A casual 24.
I get water in my eyes.
Yep. It's a speck of salt.
I don't know how this didn't happen until now.
Yeah. Why
On
now?
the budgie.
Budgie is squirming, making it difficult to see. Turn that music down. I can't see.
There we go. Oh, speaking of music, that's what I forgot to do. Hang on. Here it is.
Fang just pets Budgie for a minute, and then she'll let him go. You gotta watch where you're going.
Yep.
All right. So you guys take a glance. And you start to recognize this statue. Oddly. It seems that this is a depiction of the god of the ocean. The bowl was where they would put offerings or sacrifices.
I see.
By the way, Bosch,
Yes.
are there fish swimming around us?
There are small schools of fish around. They seem to be steering clear of you, like all of you as a group. But there
Good to
are
know.
just at different bits or different points, different schools.
Could Valkyrie have, during the entire duration here, could Valkyrie have caught at least one fish?
Make a dexterity check for me.
A dexterity check.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Guidance.
You see Budgie coming back through the door with just like a fish tail in his mouth, finishing up one.
That's what I was gonna have Valkyrie have, just like a fishtail just sticking out of his mouth, just kind of like flipping.
They are a little too fast for you, Valkyrie, at this point.
Valkyrie's not used to swimming with armor on.
Yeah. Swimming with armor, and just they're very cautious. There hasn't been movement down here for a while, and anything that's not a fish is instantly suspicious.
I see. Okay.
Are there any remnants of offerings?
I
None
was
that
about
you
to ask
see.
the same. Okay, bowl's empty.
Say,
Fuck it. I toss a gold piece into the bowl.
Okay. Doesn't seem as though anything happens.
All right.
Is the statue
See.
still intact?
Okay.
It
Yeah,
is
that's
worn
it.
down, and bits of it are broken. So it seems to have suffered a very similar fate to whatever happened here.
All right. Oh, maybe that's the problem. Can I swim up and cast mending on it?
You...
Yeah, I want to test broken as an unrepairable or broken as in chipped off, broken off.
Chipped off. Like, it seems to be holding a trident in one hand. Part of that trident has been snapped. It's missing a fin from its back. So just different things like that. If you
I
were to
wanted
take
to see. Alright.
if you were to take time, you could try to repair it.
I
Is this
wanted to
Thassa?
s-
Yeah.
Second thing,
I said, is this Thassa?
we're going with nondescript god of the sea for now, but maybe.
Okay.
PA does have.
Yeah.
Let me look.
I don't.
Oh.
I
want to see if I can find the chipped off pieces.
Well, I
And
have
also
the
help with
repairs.
mending.
Excuse me. I have the mending spell. I might just be able to beam it back together.
Same.
For mending to work, you do need the parts that have been broken, but between a 19 and a 24, you guys would be able to find them. Not too far
Oh,
back.
excellent.
Budgie, if you
Okay.
can find a picture of
Then-
whatever deity you guys are talking about and send it to me, I can
Yeah.
make that fast ruling.
Copy, paste into the VC chat, which is going straight to the world end.
The page open right now. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we can run with this.
Perfect.
So yeah, I'll go ahead and yeah.
Ain't she a beaut?
Okay, so
A
if this
female trident
is-
with octopus hair.
Mm-hmm.
so if this is Thassa, then we'll do a deep bow and start doing a prayer because this is her god.
All
I
right.
see.
This woman looks like my third wife.
You have how many now?
Well, the other two died.
Right, one at a time. My apologies.
Yeah,
You've been married?
thrice.
Oh.
Why do you think my name is so long?
Uh.
All right.
I thought that was quite obvious.
Fang begins her prayer. As you guys are mending the statue,
Buddy's gonna look into this big place.
ping it
Just
again
his
for me.
placement. He's gonna be looking in this bigger building, just kind of scouting out.
Okay.
Just for his placement, you'd have to go into it too far.
We'll get to you here in just a minute. It seems you found the temple here. But as you finish mending the statue, you steal a glance back to the offering bowl. Your coin is gone.
And it's reached where it needed to go.
So it seems.
Good to hear.
Budgie carelessly flipping a coin. No, no, I didn't.
No,
do
I
that.
put it. No, I put a bowl. I put the coin in the offering bowl very intentionally. That's okay. All right. Well, with the work being done, I take a little half bow, and I think that being all there is to do here, I can move on.
All right.
I'll follow up to the same temple building we're investigating next.
All right. We will shift to
Hmm.
the
Well, we will also swim
underwater.
up to the temple.
We will shift to the underwater temple.
Underwater monk.
This is what you guys see.
He wanted to try a thing with a bowl.
We can. What would you like to try? We can run that real fast.
I want to see if I can take a piece of stone from somewhere
Mhm.
and quickly chisel or write in. Can you see us? Like, just see if she's actively there with 2 gold coins. Like, send a message specifically.
You place the stone with the chisel and the coins in the bowl, and nothing immediately happens. You can always check when you leave the temple.
I think she's
Yeah,
shy. She doesn't want
After
to
I
watch
do
you
that,
take
I
the
follow
thing.
them because his coin also took a while to leave.
Mm-hmm.
I stay a while because we don't know how long we actually took to repair the statue.
Great thinking.
All right. So you guys
Yeah.
make your way into the temple. Fang, are you still praying by the bowl?
I'll be finishing up. I don't know. Right about now. There we go.
All right.
Then seeing that they go into the temple, I'll follow.
Fantastic. Okay. So, anything eye-catching as we descend further into the depth?
Make a perception check. There are different schools of fish in here. And at one point you see different types of animals as well. Stingray floating by, a few jellyfish kind of existing.
Okay.
Do you guys get to choose what dice you use in Forge?
Yeah, you can
Yes.
customize them.
Nice.
I made mine
Configure
like marble with
settings.
green.
You go to configure settings and then dice is nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to take a look here in a minute. Not that I don't use Foundry dice, but dang, I might. I might start.
should. They look so pretty.
They do.
Um,
Well,
Yeah.
I have real prismatic glass dice that I use, and they roll really, really
Oh,
well.
those
I
are
have
gorgeous.
I have 2 sets of dice with me too, specifically the one from Twisted Taverns right next to me in its wooden box.
Oh, I
And they're
love
really
Twisted
nice.
Oh, that's
Taverns.
cool.
I wasn't able to back it, but oh, I loved it.
I bought the entire thing. If you want, I can send you the PDF.
Please do. Oh, I
Sure.
would
I would
love
love
that.
If I find
actually.
it this weekend, I'll send it to you.
Oh, that'd be awesome. All right.
Should be on my Google Drive actually.
All right. Oh man. Okay. I should really be guidancing myself more often, but it always feels like, not cheating, but like cheap.
Yeah, overusing it gets a little annoying. I think
Okay.
I think it was Vothri had a good ruling to where if you're actively
Yeah.
trying to do something, it's fine. But if the DM, or like if it's something that the DM is asking you to do, it may not make as much sense. But
Okay. I'll save it for when it's important.
I mean, you guys,
Plus I
you
can do
have
it.
the spell. I'm gonna let you use it. Like,
Exactly, yeah, but I already got a 19. I'm fine as is. I just gotta remember that my class lets me do it from like 60 feet away, so I should be beaming this thing where necessary.
true. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Anyone else entering the temple? Want to make a perception
Yes,
check?
Votri.
I'm following and sitting on the shoulder again.
Yeah.
Votri is also going in.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
gonna
Oh.
do
I got a
perception, you
nat
said?
1.
Perception, right?
Yes.
Oh, I
Yes.
thought that was me. Yay!
Let me roll my awful perception check again.
Gang.
Oh, I rolled a 22. Oh no.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Perception.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Come on now, Hefe, say something.
Raise and Fang. You guys enter, and you notice.
And what about Valkyrie?
I'll get to Valkyrie in a second.
Okay.
Valkyrie notices something
Well,
different.
I was like, Valkyrie doesn't notice it because you rolled too high.
I'll get to you in a minute. You notice something else. This makes more sense for these two.
Okay.
You guys notice the light shining down from the top, but down towards the gate, you notice another source of light. Which you'll have to go and investigate further here in just a moment. Vothri, as you enter, you turn around and look at where you guys just came from. And off in the distance, you see another statue outside of the city. Can't quite make out what it is from here.
People, friends, everybody that is around, including the fish that is currently harassing my face. They're over there, opposite side of where we currently are. Just straight path, straight shot. There's another statue. I can't. Does it look humanoid?
No. Well, maybe.
Does it look more humanoid than the statue of the half-mer person we just saw?
No.
Does it look less humanoid?
Slightly.
Okay.
There is a statue of some creature, probably another ocean god that we probably want to pay attention to, because I have a feeling, just a hunch, just a feeling that might be related to the creature that we saw back in the deep down dark.
I see.
Maybe.
Well, I have a hard time trusting non-specific sources of light this far down, and the last statue we interacted with was pretty peaceful. I say we give it another shot.
With that statue? The new one?
Yes, why not?
Alright.
So
Follow me.
Great. I let you take the lead since you know where it is, and I will follow along.
Water's gonna swim up to the new statue.
Okay, this is outside of the city, so it'll take you guys a little while to get there.
So we were going into a temple, and then we turned around to go get another statue.
Vothri.
Yes.
You guys don't necessarily have to go with Vothri.
Okay. Is the source of light closer by?
It is. It's inside of the temple.
Okay.
But
Maybe we
investigate that.
Yeah, let's detour through the light source, and if you guys want to hit up the statue first, that's fine. But either way, we'll head over there.
Getting the party.
Yippee!
Well, we don't have to. It's just an option.
No, let's split the party. It's funnier that way.
Right.
Sure.
Okay.
So Budgie doesn't see this source of light. Only Fang and Raze do. You guys swim closer, and it seems to be almost a projected bit of writing.
Oh, now we're getting into the good stuff. Okay. I swim closer and hold up my gleaming light shovel to see if I can make out any words. Oh my.
Put it in chat for you.
I'll go ahead and read this aloud for our lovely Twitch chat listeners, watchers. To unlock the treasure, seek the path with care. Where shadows hide, the city's deepest despair. Mend broken bonds and heal what's torn asunder. In righting these wrongs, you'll find the key to plunder. Whoa, we've kind of started doing that already. I think we're on the right track.
Yeah, we found the path first. We're in a shadowed area. We found the whatchamacallit.
Well, we've mended some broken bonds with good old Thassa healed what's torn asunder the buildings, or some more hypothetical bond. And okay. We should visit the next statue, see if we can keep righting these metaphorical wrongs.
Sounds a good plan.
Yep.
All right. Right. Team Mysterious Light follows up after Team Statue.
All right. 1 second, and we will switch back to city view.
Onward.
All right. So out this way of the city.
Okay.
You guys begin swimming. It takes you the better part of half an hour to get to this statue.
Our oxygen is still good this long?
Yep, you guys are fine.
Beautiful.
But
So
you'll
that's
pop past without a trace on the group.
yeah. Just for clarification, that's a little bit of an enchantment mixed a lot with a bit of tech. It's kind of like filtering it out and turning the oxygen into a breathable gas for you, and then exhaling the carbon dioxide on the other side of the tube. So like,
Excellent.
I described it as a T. So you put your mouth at the base of the T. One side takes in the water, it turns it into air, and then the other side spits out the carbon dioxide.
Lovely.
Which you guys
All
are
right.
exhaling. So kind of like a rebreather in a sense.
But just going to use an action to try and get some key points back.
All right. You guys make your way out to this statue. And this one doesn't seem as broken. It seems worn, eroded over time. But it doesn't seem broken, really. You guys glance around, and you see every 150 to 200 feet, there is another statue, it seems.
Oh,
Different
are
statue?
they forming a path?
Is it the same form?
Different forms. This one happens to be a turtle. So that's why it depends on your definition of humanoid. So not like a human, but technically. And different ones take different forms. You kind of glance, and if you guys spend the time, you'll see that there's a triton is one of them. There is an axolotl. Different water-based creatures.
Are there any that stand out?
Not particularly. The only thing you notice is they all seem to be looking inward towards the city.
Are they all looking inward towards a specific point on the city?
It seems like it.
Joffrey, unless someone has anything else they want to try.
So they're all facing the city and they're all looking in the same point,
Mm-hmm.
but they're outside of the city.
They are.
Yes.
Okay.
Almost like forming a wall, I'm imagining.
Yeah.
Not necessarily
Yeah,
a
it seems
solid wall, but it would be kind of like milestones around the city, so to speak.
A metaphysical wall.
Yeah. A border.
Yeah.
I see. All right.
Anyone have a way of figuring out what they're looking at?
I mean, not unless
I mean, go ahead.
yeah, not unless I like take a length of rope and just like measure out where all their viewpoints converge, but that could take a minute.
Well,
Pi r squared.
you'll see Budgie take up one of his eye patches. He'll like flip it. He'll take the eye patch and flip it up, and he'll attach a set of goggles onto his eyes. Let's see if these work. I decided to do this on the ship right in, so who knows if they'll actually work. I'll spend 2 charges of these
Ooh,
goggles.
Oracle.
But she always gets to like the cooler stuff. Please.
2 charges to
Seven.
Yep.
to reveal doors and passageways.
Yeah, basically to go in like this.
Within 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, he'll kind of like once we get to a point that it looks like they would converge, like in the center of the town. See if we can kind of activates it, and like we'll go around and look.
Right.
You get there, and it doesn't seem as though there are any hidden doors or passageways in the center of the town.
Cool.
Blast it.
Vothri is going to, while we're in the center of the town, he's going to swim straight up to get like a bird's eye view until he has like all the statues surrounding in his like sight line.
Mm-hmm.
And then he is going to use his history charge.
All right.
He's going to use the pocket watch.
Go ahead and make your history check. You start focusing intently on this pocket watch, and it begins spinning counterclockwise this time.
Oh.
Dirty 20.
Suddenly, you're taken back. You see the city as a bustling place. There are hundreds, if not closer to thousands of people in and around this city. You see the creation of these statues, each of them followers of Thassa, that did extraordinary work for this city. They all seem to be focused intently on her and her temple.
So the temple we were just at?
The temple you were just at.
Okay.
And it flashes back, and suddenly you are in the same spot above the city, but in real time.
Vothri, before he says anything else to the rest of the party, is gonna swim towards the temple because he forgets that everyone else can't see what he sees.
But you'll
see.
follow
Where's
along.
he going?
But you'll just follow.
Same.
Once we get inside.
Mia, as you guys swim back towards the temple, you take a glance at the bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Your stone and gold are both gone, but you haven't received an answer back yet.
Well, that's progress.
Since Fang was praying there, I'd like to ask her how the prayer goes and learn it, if that's possible.
Bane just looks a little bit confused. And I just kind of go with what feels right. Not so much things that I've learned. I don't know if that makes sense. I didn't have a teacher to be like, hey, if you say these words, then you get a blessing. It's just like it feels right to come into this temple and to say some words to be like, thank you for not killing us when we came down here. That kind of thing.
I'll keep that in mind.
Making sure we didn't, get blown apart in a storm, different things like that. Because it all begins and ends with the sea.
But when Budgie passes by, he says, "Deep." Okay, then he's
So, you guys have made it back to the temple. One of you has had a realization of some kind. What do you do next?
Okay. Well, with a lack of any better ideas, I'd like to turn to Budgie and say, you did, the quick, like, survey of the whole city, right?
Yeah.
Great. I keep poring over the first part of the riddle, seeking the path with care where shadows hide this city's deepest despair. I think we'd be foolish to accept that the path we followed to the city is the same one that leads to its whatever hidden misery the passage mentions. Did you find anywhere that could be described as hidden in shadow or like anything? I'm not sure how else to read into that except its most direct interpretation, but did you see anything that could have been like enshrouded or hidden away behind some corner?
In the city, not much other than possible ancient devices so that people could breathe.
I see.
And then in off the cliff, there's just darkness. So I don't know.
Just darkness. Ugh. They had to have some way to get down there safely. But I don't know, is that something we can repurpose if it's already broken? The may I like double check the temple, the interior of the temple again, just see did we miss some kind of uh entrance, or I don't know if it would be in the temple. I'm unsure of how to move forward here.
I mean, if you'd like to check the temple again, you may. Make an investigation check this time. See if
Could I
anything.
Okay.
assist?
You may.
That I should be better at.
You have advantage.
Oh, excellent. Thank you so much. Okay. In that case, investigation, advantage. Oh. Well, it was worth the effort. Okay, we got an 8. So I don't think there's anything left to discover here. Alright. I spent some time, like, poking my shovel against bricks and
Wait,
seeing
it's
does
an 8
anything
with
open.
it's an 8 with the guidance?
I don't know, even if I roll a 4, like, I don't think a 12 is gonna break the bucket on this one.
Yeah.
Vothri,
Better than 10.
make a history check for me.
Straight history.
Yes.
Can I guide myself? No, I can't.
Give yourself advantage.
I'll guidance you.
You can get advantage, okay.
Nice.
22.
Wow.
In your memory, when you went back in time, this temple had a ceiling of sorts that it seems to no longer have.
Oh.
It doesn't look as though it's collapsed. It looks as though it's been completely removed.
Like almost someone like a Barbie house where you just like take off the top.
It seems so.
So slight disclaimer, people. This
Yes?
place used to have a roof.
You're certain?
Yes, I saw the past. Yes.
Oh. Oh my.
Weird.
Did you? Did you all? Oh, you all don't see it when I see. That is my bad. Yes, I looked into the past. All the statues that are looking outside, their vision cones kind of converge on this temple. This temple used to have a roof. I don't really know
Uh,
what significance the roof had, but it has been removed. There might have been something that happened. Maybe a big creature came and took a bite. I don't know.
No, if it was removed this cleanly without destroying any of the structure, it had to be intentional. Roof maybe means an attic, which means a dark space to hide the city's deepest despair. We gotta find where that is.
Maybe it's
Um,
invisible. But
Budgie'll
let us gonna
hit
swim up.
his yeah. Budgie'll swim along and he'll activate the goggles one last time.
The goggles do
Well, not
ping
less.
for the two.
Yes.
The goggles do ping. Here in the center of this open space, this circle,
oh.
something
Mm-hmm.
goes further down. And it seems as though there used to be something that stood on top of it.
Okay.
Huh.
Budgie'll go down there. It's like I may have found something or caught something, and he will see if he can open it up or if it will if there's anything related to it.
There's the hole in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like something was supposed to be in it.
It looks as though something used to sit on, sit there.
Is
Fang.
it
Like
about
a
the
rock
same
over the
size?
trap, or
Huh?
Well, I was going to have you. Give me one. Just give me a second.
Hmm.
of course, take your time.
Let's see, yeah, that opens up where
I
I
wonder
want
if
it to.
the statue of the god should be in here. Typically, with temples, the god statue is inside of the temple when you come in to pray. You're just talking a lot to
Yeah,
yourself.
that sounds right.
Hmm. Does Thassa have an emblem thing?
Uh,
On the page, yeah, I think so.
I can't seem to. I'm glancing over and I'm missing it.
Like on the right,
Um,
seems like three waves stack on top of each other.
yeah.
yeah, three. That's the symbol of her.
Okay.
3 waves.
Oh, I see. Thank you. Fang and Budgie in the process. You guys would all notice this symbol on the sunken in portion of this circle. You get the feeling that whatever used to sit on top of this covered up Thassa's emblem.
Hmm.
Well, this feels even more out of my area of expertise than anything we've stumbled across up until now.
It feels weird.
Hmm. My
So,
first, oh, excuse me.
no, go ahead.
My first instinct would be to crack the thing open. It's probably only a doorway between us and the stairway below, but uh, mm, even I'm smart enough to think twice before cracking a holy symbol. Just for the inconvenience of it.
Yeah.
Is there some kind of seam in the hole, or is it just?
Yeah, as Budgie was kind of looking around it, would there be a way to open it without, like, brute force?
It doesn't seem like it, Budgie. Fang, repeat your
Okay.
question. I didn't quite hear it.
Um, this really doesn't seem right, but can I put my hands in the circle and cast Sacred Flame?
Can you post the spell's description for me? I know it's not actual fire. Let me see.
How do I do the thing?
All right.
Info? Ah, there we go.
There we go.
There you go. It's okay. I think I have a plan B if this doesn't work.
You cast Sacred Flame, and the emblem glows. But whatever it's concealing is not revealed.
Okay, that's enough progress that I don't want to totally ruin it, but...
Does it seem like it needs something stronger? I'm sorry.
But you will head out of the temple and see if there is any depth to the actual temple itself. See if there's a way from the bottom in.
I'll get to you in just a second, Budgie. Fang, you're reminded of the slight riddle. That once you've righted the wrongs, you'll find the key to the plunder. Seems as though you've stumbled upon wherever the reward may be. Or at least the one that will give the reward.
But you have to right the wrong.
You haven't fixed the problem yet.
Okay. And the problem seems to be that there's no roof. The temple itself is broken.
The problem seems to be that someone covered up Thassa's influence in this city. And that's what's led to its demise. You get the sense that restoring worship to Thassa, which you've already sort of been well on your way for, is exactly what she's looking for.
So, right. You guys see Reyes is like, very carefully like counting out the actions we've done on the fingers of one hand as they say to themselves. So we fixed the statue. Two of us have given offerings. We've other than that mostly just explored the city, and now we've done our best to pay homage to this symbol. Is there anything else we can do, I wonder? Do we all have to make offerings?
I can go and make an offering. I have some stuff I don't need anymore.
Okay, well, don't say that out loud. You don't know if that makes a difference. Let's pretend they're very graceful and that it's
Well, I have some stuff I also need that I could offer.
well, okay. You can, I Ray's voice gets very low. You can give the stuff you don't need, but just don't be too vocal about how unimportant it is either. You kind of get what I'm saying here? It's like, yes.
Offrey is going to swim back out.
Great.
He's going to go to the bowl, and he's going to, in the offering bowl, he's going to take one of the bags that he just kind of carries with him at all times. He's going to open it up and flip it out and like turn it inside out. And he's going to drop 17 shark fins and 60 shark teeth
And as I was,
into the offering bowl.
the funny thing is, as I was reading her Kidot, sharks are one of her favorite animals.
Oof. Offrey doesn't know this.
Yeah, no. I was just reading it. It was like a giant squid, an ocean of storm, a school of sharks, a fog bank, or a crab, her favorite animal. I think crab is her favorite.
Isn't that ironic?
Yeah. It was like,
Ray's feels a chill run up their spine.
And he's going to also give, let's see, 87 gold, because that puts me at an even number, and I want to be at an even number.
Oh, fucking hell! I'm out here like, oh yes, I suppose I shall spare one of my 20 gold coins. Sniffle.
Valtteri gave 87 gold, 17 shark fins, 60
Venti, I just have
shark
8
teeth.
gold.
To be
You only have
fair,
what?
they've been playing this game since we launched in February.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Yeah.
you don't
I
want to know how much
suppose.
money Fang has.
Yeah, they've got
It's
a
broke.
little bit of.
This
We got
doorway
Yeah,
the,
that's
better.
all.
I'm more or less
This do-
bankrolling a mansion right now.
I'm bankrolling a shipping yard.
This doorway
That is
better
what.
fucking
Both of us.
Pop off like like the fucking lid off a
Cork?
bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, cork
Can
out of a
I
bottle.
That-
Thank you.
go?
That's what Valtteri gave. And then he swims back.
Okay.
Can I go around the
Hmm.
temple and see if I see anything else mentioning a different god or goddess that's not Thassa?
I need you to make two different checks for me. One being a perception, the other being a religion check. I'm having
But
you
you'd
roll
be
the
able to
religion
help.
check. You ask for the perception check, just for
Can
clarification.
I help with the perception?
Okay.
You may.
What?
Budget's gonna
What is
assist.
only a perception? All right, so that's that, and then religion.
Perception can be rolled again.
Oh, okay. Hmm?
Unless you want. Do you want me to roll perception, or do you want to roll it again?
I think Budgie's helping you with
You-
perception. You can either take his help
Oh,
or
gotcha.
have him roll.
Budgie, you can roll it. You see better in the water than I do.
Okay. I'll drop a
Nope.
guidance on it.
You're doing better than I am.
Oh.
And Budgie's been looking around anyway.
Damn. Alright.
Alright. Budgie. You notice around the walls of the temple, and even through the architecture here in the center, these pillars, columns, this entire temple seems to tell a story of Thassa. Who she is, what she stands for, and how the city interacted with her. Until it gets to a certain point where the rest of the carvings and descriptions, paintings, however they would have continued transcribing this, seems to be washed away from time. It's interesting to you how what seems to be the older portion, knowing what you know, stayed perfectly intact through the erosion of currents. But the newer portion has been wiped away. Fang, with your religion
Yes.
check, 16.
Huh?
Thassa is asking you to restore her place in this city. It may be ancient and in ruins, through seemingly her doing, but it's because they fell away from her, and all she wants is to be in her rightful place.
Okay, well, Fang's not the smartest person in the world. Does it look like the statue that we see of her outside will fit in this hole?
You're no mathematician,
I'm really not.
but it's possible.
Oh,
Is
now
the
you're
statue
thinking.
loose?
Now you're thinking of
Huddle up, people,
portals.
huddle up. Let's see if we can get this statue into this hole.
Right?
All right. I come out.
I have.
I'm okay.
Congrats.
If everyone's okay with it, I'd like to take the lead on trying to lift this thing. I am used to carrying around heavy hunks of rock.
Uh, you can take the
Fang,
lead.
Fang is not strong. She's just wise.
Valtteri just wants to know if the things that he placed in the bowl are gone.
The gold has been taken. The shark bits are still there.
Okay, then he's gonna put all the shark bits back in his inventory.
Okay.
Fang, as he does this, you feel a sense of sadness for that poor shark that was defiled on Thassa's behalf.
Apologies, Thassa, your ladyship, I shout out into the ocean. We didn't mean to offer shark bits.
Uh,
Any and everything
Yeah.
that the sea and ocean touch is her domain.
Okay.
They are her subjects. If it attacks you and you need to defend yourself, that's one thing.
figure
Don't
Oh
the
yeah,
fish, the
these
desecrate the
sadder she
thing.
gets.
these sharks tried to kill me, so I killed them back. That's the wrong words again. These sharks tried to kill me, so I killed them back. Yeah, I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Then why do you have their fins? Why'd you chop the fins off?
And their
Eh,
teeth, because I was going to sell them. And they're dead. They don't need them.
Fang just kind of shakes her head. Hey,
You're saying this like you don't go into the wild, into nature, and you hunt wild animals, kill them, skin them, eat their flesh, etc., etc. How is this any different?
because I didn't try and sell them or offer them to a god,
I
especially
didn't
when that's
know
their
hum.
favorite animal.
I didn't know that was their favorite animal. I don't
Did
worship
you
this
ask?
god. No? Did you tell?
Well,
You made an assumption that I would know.
you made an assumption
While
that
the-
it wouldn't matter.
While this argument is going on, I'm gonna try to uh, push or carry the statue over to the kind of divot in the temple.
in the
Make
roof.
Guidance.
Because
a strength check for me.
Question: can I help by using gust of wind to make an ocean current, so that it helps him? My strength is low, so I'd like to use a spell for it.
I'll allow it. That's interesting. Go ahead. Go ahead and roll that with advantage.
Oh, okay, thank you.
And I'll
Is
remove the spell slot.
You also have
Oh,
guidance.
thank you so much. Okay, so
Uh,
I'm making this athletics roll with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
and a D4.
Oh, brilliant. Okay.
Is the bowl a part of the statue or is it separate?
It seems as though it's a part of the statue.
Okay, good. That means it's definitely the whole thing's meant to move because I didn't think
That
the
means it
bowl would be
catches the-
supposed to separate from the statue. That wouldn't make sense.
And it
Okay.
catches the current better.
Yeah. All right. Oh, here goes. All right, I'm gonna try to move this thing. Oh, fuck! Come on. Okay, that's a 19.
With the 19, it's difficult. It's a giant statue with a
Yeah, this
fairly
thing's
large
massive.
bowl. But water and weight inside of it is different. So while it takes a second for you to get it going, once you begin pushing, whether it be the current or Thassa herself helping you along, you manage to get the statue inside.
Excellent.
And it seems as though it fits fairly well.
Good to hear. I think you see Ray's just like fully crouched under the statue, like has both their hands behind them so that their like whole back is supporting the statue and their legs are like splayed out under it and they're just like, yep, I got it.
Atlas
Walking
style.
over. Yep, just like a massively burdened crab, just kind of like scuttling over towards the spot and then jumping out from under it before it crushes them.
Valtry's
And I
gonna
just
cast
sit
Featherfall on the
around
statue.
you, making ocean currents so it doesn't tip over. So yeah,
Valtry's gonna
Hey.
Valtry's gonna cast Featherfall on the statue so it like slowly descends.
All right.
Slots in nice and gentle.
It lands,
Mhm.
and the bottom of the bowl seems to nestle perfectly into that circle where the emblem lied.
Oh, beautiful.
And
Good to
glancing
see.
at it,
Mm.
you see the symbol also inside of the bowl.
Good. Okay.
As an apology for the shark fins, Valkyrie is going to give her another 60 silver pieces and 22 copper pieces.
Bro, you gotta quit flexing. My goodness.
There we
Okay.
go. Now I have an even 3,600 gold.
Oh wow. Never mind then.
All right.
God, I should be working for you.
Because it seems funny, but he's going to sit in the bowl.
Uh-oh.
Why are you in the bowl? You can't
No,
open it
you're
in
not
the
a sacrifice. I pluck him out.
You guys
Don't try that again.
begin celebrating your hard work. And in a moment where you're all facing away, for whatever reason, when you turn back, there are a few things sitting in the bowl. It seems as though for your taking.
Okay, I
well, we're gonna-
approach
What
the edge of
are
the bowl.
things?
There is a small coin that has the emblem of a ship on it.
Okay.
A blade that seems to take the color of the sea.
Oh.
And a small figurine of a dolphin.
Is it made of stone or wood?
Neither. Seems to be made of almost a glassy-like material.
My God, guys, it's not made of stone, and it's not made of what either.
I call dibs on the ship coin.
What? No.
I'm,
You
I'm
hold.
interested in the blade, but I also want to give her another gold coin and make a small prayer for safe passage back, and that her cute children that they've seen in the deep would please leave us alone.
They've done so far. Good to hear. Now, okay, hold on.
The most important thing is to be sincere.
Yes.
Now I have 7 gold.
And Fang,
Yay. All right.
Yes.
you
Again, it's just in
feel
the blade.
a little more resilient. I will get you the description of Thassa's blessing here in just a minute.
Good going. All right, now. Okay. Now. All right. With
Let's take
that
everything
as
out of
it
the bowl.
is, I think I would like to make my case for the ship coin.
I mean,
You
once we
can
get back to
certainly
Dusk,
try.
once we get back to Duskville, we can always just look and get them identified, and then we
Okay.
can
To
decide.
make 2 cases.
All right.
And the
Okay, fine.
ship coin seems very interesting to me, and I have no weapons.
Yeah, that's true. All right. You know, I
Wonderful.
okay. I
But I
will.
don't
You know what?
need
It's
the
my.
sword.
Yeah, that's the trouble, isn't it? I have no
Yeah.
interest in blades. They're not worth much to me. But fine. I will surrender the ship coin, but I will graciously accept the glassy dolphin figurine.
I'm interested in all 3 objects, mostly the coin and the blade, but I'd rather we first figure out what they each do before we decide who gets what.
Oh wait, I'm an idiot. Hold on. I can be smart about this. Mr. Kemp Bosch, I have the identify spell. If we can settle down for a minute.
Mm-hmm. You can.
Um,
You have a choice of doing it here if you'd like, or if you'd all like to start making your way back to Duskville, you can do it on the ship.
I see.
I mean,
Okay.
Here's also the thing. They could be cursed. We never know.
No, we did a nice thing. We get nice things. I think it's rude to second guess gifts given for a job well done. Okay.
True.
With a quick like clasp of my hands and thanks, I snatch up the 3 items and I'm going to graciously start walking back. Now, now listen. All right, I'll be happy to appraise each of these potentially magical, potentially valuable items. And then, you know, if it just so happens that the one who can give everyone information on these things happens to, you know, get proverbial first
I'll give
dibs
you
or
50,
something, maybe we can
I'll
talk
give
about
you
that.
50 gold.
Whoa, what?
I'll give you 50 gold.
I have no interest in
I would
riches. I
graciously
just
accept.
find them fancy.
Okay. Well, I'll let you know exactly how fancy they are. I mean,
But yeah, after he picks them up, that's when I throw my coin and make the prayer, and maybe do another rock thing with a thank you very much.
As they're all heading back to the ship, Budgie will go up to the statue camp. I think you already know where I'm going with this. He
You're
will
gonna
sit
sit in
in
the
No,
the.
bowl.
no.
I will sit in the bowl and say, "You want to make a deal?
no.
You want to work together?"
Knowing Budgie the way that I do, that's why I stayed there.
Okay.
Because he wasn't moving yet. Get
I've
out of the
received.
bowl, Budgie.
Okay,
I'm
fine.
I'm no longer going to intervene in this.
Just on the shoulder.
I'm now more curious now that I know I'm not gonna get screwed over by it, but I want to see what happens.
I want to see what happens.
Ah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
All right, so you're
That's-
you're let me get this straight. You're stealthing to avoid Fang, all because you want to
Yes.
sit in a bowl and make a deal with Thassa. Correct?
Yeah.
All right. Fang, you're focused for just a second on the gifts that Thassa has given you, and in that time, Budgie seizes his opportunity to no longer be seen. You can make a perception check, but
We'll have to credit.
The only way is a natural 20.
And I've rolled single digits on all my perception checks the entire game.
Who knows?
Well, Budgie must have gone ahead of us.
It's a 50. Fang will place 5 gold pieces. She will say her prayer, and not seeing Budgie will assume that he swam ahead, even though something in the back of her brain is saying no, and she will walk towards the exit of the temple.
I do like the idea. He was just like sitting right in front of you. If you needed.
Look, I get very involved and deep with my prayers. Okay.
Yeah.
I like the
Exactly.
idea more. I'm sitting on the shoulder backwards, so I just see him and I'm just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's cool.
so Budgie sits in the bowl, and we'll have our conversation here in just a minute.
Yeah. Barbarian.
If Budgie
you guys
does
get
see,
to
he
have
just
this
sees me
alone.
do a as I'm not telling anything.
Oh, nice.
Because he did
Okay.
only stealth against Fang. I'm just not
Yeah.
doing anything.
He'll kind of
Yeah,
wink back and kind of get a small salute, and
Oh, cute.
he'll. We can skip over this if we want to talk about this after we.
Yeah, we'll
Completed.
do that.
Yeah.
I'll keep
Yeah.
stream up, but you and I will chat for a minute after.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right then.
So we head
Well,
back to
perfectly
ship, I
smug with
guess.
himself, Raze leads the way back to where we came. I wonder, should we try taking the deep down dive again? But I don't know, is it worth it?
I mean, we
So
can if
he
we
had
want
just
to.
followed.
Tell you what. Okay.
Thanks for the follow. I
Um,
I
appreciate it.
more hardy
I'll-
than usual.
Yeah, tell you what. It'll take 3 minutes for me to appraise all 3 items. I'm willing to burn 3 spell slots to get it done. and it's ritual cast anyway. So if any of these items seem to be like, whoa, you deny all ocean pressure, then I'd be happy to go for it. And if not, and if they have no relevance at all, then I say we can always return another day if we really want to.
All right. So you
So-
begin identifying these items. Which one are you starting with?
Absolutely. I think I'll start with, I have to admit, the ship coin is the most curious to me.
That's what everybody
mean-
think went for.
I want it.
Whoa, identify sound.
Boy,
The token, you identify it. It is a ship's blessing token. You affix this to your ship, and it can become impervious to storms and similar sea-based threats for a very limited time, essentially aiding in navigation.
that's
Is
really
it
good.
one-time use?
Bonkers.
Doesn't seem as though it's a one-time use, but it seems to have a very long recharge period.
Okay.
That's good for like a battle or something, or if we're going out somewhere far.
Yeah. If you want to charge through the undead zombie storm, maybe.
Yeah.
You see
I
Valkyrie's
wouldn't
like
put it past
axolotl
it.
hand.
Yeah.
You just see
okay.
Valkyrie's axolotl hand come into frame and like reach for the coin.
All right. Well, hold on. I'll distribute them once I've got all three done, but it makes sense that the one who actually has a ship would be most beneficial of an item such as this one.
I am getting a ship, don't you worry. I'm going to get one custom made.
Of course, of course.
I'm
You
Oh,
saying
see,
sorry.
about
I assumed you had one already. Okay.
You
Well.
see the camera go over the budget for me. Shipping company and all that.
Yeah, as well. All right. Anyway, will I keep rolling with all three of them?
Yeah.
Or
Just
Oh,
you just
brilliant.
identify another one. So which one are you identifying next?
great. Next, I am personally very curious about the dolphin one.
Dolphin. It is a dolphin figurine that can be transformed into a loyal aquatic companion when submerged in water, aiding the user in underwater exploration, combat, and other tasks.
oh, that's dope.
Essentially,
Shut
it's
up.
a
Fancy.
small familiar.
That is fancy.
That
And
is
cute.
fancy. I clutch this one tight to the chest and be like, oh man, little dolphin figurine. I did not have high impressions of you at first. And then I realize I'm still surrounded by everyone, so I look around and I'm like, and I still do. um,
This
Oh,
isn't
man.
interesting at all.
But
Yeah,
you'll summon
no, of
another
course.
bird. It's a parrot that comes out of his mouth and spits it out.
Blah.
There we go.
Yeah. Oh man. I didn't even get to mention, since identify as a whole ritual, I think how Raze casts it is they like brush off a bit of coal dust off of their shoulders and like sprinkle it in a little circle, and they have their spell focus, which is like a little lantern that hangs off their belt, and they kind of rattle it over, and there's a bit of a puff of smoke, and then in the way it burns, the secrets are revealed. Now, okay. I'll do identify again on the final piece.
All right.
Chef's kiss.
Okay. You cast identify. It is a tidal blade. This is a short sword, or arguably a dagger, depending on how exactly you'd want it to be sized.
Oh, multi
The,
options for
the way that
wielding.
the way that I think we've kind of established magic items work and how your mouthpieces work for the pixie is they shrink down. If it's a magical item, it can shrink up or shrink down or grow to fit whoever's using it. So,
I see. Okay.
There's a homebrew fairy race where they automatically have that as like a feat.
yeah.
which scales really stupid with enlarge reduce because you can have a medium blade become tiny, and then once you enlarge reduce, it gets its original size +1.
Yeah. So that's the way we've just kind of been ruling it. That way we're not locking people out because we created something that's regular sized, but a pixie can use it better
Of
than
course,
anyone.
that
Yeah.
makes total sense.
It's like that's kind of
Okay.
lame. So
That's
Yeah,
just
fair,
quality
fair.
of life.
a weapon with shimmering or shimmery watery blade that deals extra damage when submerged in water and can extinguish magical fires.
I let out a low whistle, having discovered the meaning of this blade, and I say, all right, we've been given some very generous magical rewards here.
Does
Alright.
magical flame also include dragon's breath?
I wonder.
Yes, I assume.
It would.
Oh,
It would not make you
That's something
impervious
special.
to dragon's breath, but it would help put out any fires caused by it.
oh. Just stick it in its mouth. They can't do it no more.
I gotta be right back. I gotta go bathroom, so I'll be back.
I think we're about to end the session as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I probably have to hop out of chat.
Yep.
So.
Oh man. Wow. All right. What a lineup then. In that case, I haven't spent any of my other spells. I wonder, would it be worth trying to do the water dive one more time, or should we leave it?
I could
willing to go.
polymorph both of us into sharks
Oh boy.
for an
Okay.
hour.
Yeah. All right. Okay, here's what I'm gonna ask is, number one, I'm not able to cast spells while I would be a hypothetical shark, would I?
No, you are not.
You could keep concentration up though if you cast something beforehand.
Okay. That's better than nothing, but not quite what I'm looking for. I'm more worried that I'd have to do emergency healing and then get stuck.
Yeah.
Number two, I want to know, would a potential dolphin companion increase my odds of making it to the bottom, or would I only be having them do the saves as well? Like, would the dolphin also have to save?
The dolphin would also have to save.
Okay, so effectively, I'm just going there faster, and there's no guarantee it would stop once I reach the bottom, and we don't know what's down there in the first place, besides a big creature. Let's note this one down and come back if we ever have a reason. I think there's not enough motivation to outweigh the risk currently. Okay. In that case, okay. All that's left now is yeah. Okay. Right.
Oh,
So we
my
definitely
audio
want
just
to go, right?
died.
Everything okay?
There we go. I can hear again.
Oh, TRH is gone.
Great, much better.
No.
No.
Yeah, it is the
tragedy.
restroom.
Ah.
Gotcha. So we're
Had to
definitely
leave
gonna
the
go
whole
down
call.
to the dark.
Long
No.
rest, and then yes.
I just have an audio engine that keeps dying.
Yeah. Okay.
What did you ask, Fang? I didn't hear you.
I said we're definitely gonna go in the deep dark.
Are you guys trying that now?
Or do you guys want to do that another time?
I was kind of thinking of them turning us into giant sharks, which are deep ocean fish. Which I think should be.
Let me
able to
clarify.
withstand the
There's a
pressure.
difference between like the regular deep ocean and then this deep sea. There's a difference between those two.
There's no
So we're
polymorph
talking
work
Mariana
around for
stretch.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
kinda.
talking about something that was basically a little bit of lore that we've kind of figured out. The sea has been removed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are not supposed to
there's no-
be there.
Great. So there's no like polymorph workaround that's
Yeah,
gonna
no.
immediately fix all our problems.
No.
Would it make
Wait,
it?
so
Yeah.
The shark does have 100 HP.
it's basically
Uh,
deeper than the sea should go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the where you
Uh,
guys were was the bottom of the ocean. Like that would be your deep sea shark level.
Yeah.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
the deep sea has been removed.
Okay.
Quick question about demons. Because I have summon greater demon. There's not a demon that could kind of survive down there, right?
Mm-mm. Most demons, I believe,
Okay.
are fire based or they're possibly abyssal based. Um, no, that's different from this.
I have ideas,
Okay.
but I don't want to say anything because this is not Budgie thinking this. Because knowing the he doesn't know the ocean's been removed,
Yeah,
but I have
Same.
ideas.
we're gonna go ahead and call the session here.
Okay.
If you guys would like
William?
to explore the deep sea at a later date, you can definitely make a Trello card for it, and I pity the DM that has
I'd
to do
love to do that.
that.
Has to figure out what's actually down there. Okay.
So,
Yeah, all right. In that case, we escape the ocean. The only thing I should do before we disperse is I'm still holding all the magic items. We should spread those
Yeah.
out a bit more.
you guys can, I mean,
Um,
we're gonna call the session. I'm gonna deafen and take out stream, and then you guys can decide who gets what right now if you'd like.
Oh, okay.
But
Deal. Okay.
I will be
That's
right
okay.
back in the call.
Perfect.
All right. Thank you all so much for watching. It's been great. It's been grand. I'm sorry, Raspy. You joined at literally the worst time. I am down to hang out though if you want to do whatever. Be it Baldur's Gate, Overwatch. I have not been able to get the docking station or the terabyte drive in less than 24 hours, unfortunately. So I don't have Destiny yet. I am still working to remedy that, and I will get it eventually. I promise. It was something that I was definitely interested in. Don't get me wrong. But we can chit chat here in just a minute. I have to make a personal call real fast right off stream, and then I'd be down to chat. But thank you all so much for watching the stream. I should be back as normal on Tuesday with our normal stream. And then Thursday, I don't think there's going to be anything abnormal. So be on the lookout for those. As always, the best way to get notified is join the Discord, which is down in the description below, because I always send out a notification when we go live. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you all later.